Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
Now, y'all threw me off because I wasn't really ready. So we're gonna see what I can find today. All right, y'all. But why don't y'all peep that I had oil on? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I took an oil trade yesterday, and actually worked out in my favor. So it was actually pretty cool. I was pretty happy about it because normally I don't even look at oil until Wednesday. And I'm on H1. So those of y'all that know me or have heard my voice or how much I preach, trading AIRO off of the hour time frame. I like it because it's a form of swing trading. I mean, you can usually get in and out.
You see that?
You know, I see that. Yep. Um, oh, wait a minute. Seeing the live trade platform frozen. Oh, oh no, you're frozen. I'm sorry, darling.
Girl, I think that's
Um,
what's happening to me. I'm like,
yes. Oh, oil. Yeah, I trade oil in the forex. I do trade it on futures as well, and in binary options when I can catch it nicely. So, oil is an awesome asset to trade. Love it. Euro USD is killing it, Pia. Now, y'all know how I feel about that pair, y'all. Y'all know I don't like that pair. But first also, I just want to let everybody know if you have any questions, drop it in the Q&A. Don't put it in the chat because we ain't gonna see it. So because the chat be blowing up sometimes. So drop it in the Q&A if you have any questions, or if there's any pairs that you guys get a signal on that I don't because I don't have it on my chart. Shout out to Nate for the V4 coming up with the market scanner. Thank goodness. That's
yeah,
supposed to be
buddy.
very soon. Hopefully this week. He keeps saying this week. But as long as we keep coming for him, it'll get out here to us. So I don't miss any signals. But yes, if you can, drop it in the Q&A for me so that I can see the signal. All right. Let's see here. Pia, that's funny. Let me see. All right, cool. And yep, AIRO is working on binary. Yep, it's in testing right now. Let's see. UCAD sell on the H1. Boom, there you go. H1 gives life to people. So here is oil off the H1, right? And remember, zooming out. And if you're new to this call, welcome. AIRO is fire. Moby saying it all the time.
Oh my gosh, it's the sauce.
It's the sauce. I love Mo's metaphor with the food and AIRO being the sauce. That thing is funny as heck. It's the truth. It's so much the truth. And I ain't gonna
Yeah.
leave you out, Mo. So jump in whenever you want to, darling.
I got you, bro.
It's a tag
I'm trying
team.
to see if I can just get this on my phone work. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Um. Yes. Exactly. Pia over here talking about food. Stop it, Pia. What it is though, when you new to the call, we do the bag entry. Okay, so the AIRO alerts. I'm just gonna go off of that really quickly as I'm setting things up, and if I catch a trade or something, just drop it to me, y'all, while I'm going over this. So the AIRO alerts are alerts that are generated based upon the coding that the developer, Nate, shout out to Nate, created. And based on those, you'll get an AIRO alert. The strategy number one, the bag entry method, bounce, arrow, go, is the winning method to take these alerts
Oh,
successfully.
very
Okay.
true.
So I have to make sure I state that because a lot of people are confusing that, arrow, take the trade. No. There are strategies and rules and entry methods, and there's 9 that have been released. Strategy 10 will be coming out in order to take these alerts successfully. All right, with the most amount of success. You cannot follow the rules and take a trade and it can work out in your favor. More power to you. However, I tend to stay on the cautious side and not gamble my money and follow strategy rules. By the way, if I get an AIRO alert and there ain't no zone bouncing like what happened to me last week, I ain't taking the trade if it's not on my chart, okay? Even if it's on your chart, if it's not on mine, I'm not taking it, all right? So I had to put that out there too because I was mad. I'm still mad about that S&P trade. Absolutely. Strategy 10 is the bank induction. We talk about that quite a lot, but that should be coming out soon. That strategy is fire. Plus, got some extra sauce for y'all. So now I actually was missing a part of that strategy, which was why I was having like such half and half or 70% accuracy. I was missing a part. Now I found out the part. So it's over now. Game over. Marcus is done. All right. So let me get to this oil thing off of the H1. As we are, exactly. I love it, all the interaction. You guys keep me fired up. Zoom out. We following the rules. When I'm trading on the H1, and that's the hour time frame, I'm doing bag entry alerts off of this thing. Normally, I wait for my alert, see how many pips it is from the zone, take the trade. You know, bounce, arrow, go. Very simple. Same way you do it off of the M15, you could do it off of the H1. You could do it off the M30. You could do it off the daily. It don't matter. Whatever time frame you want, follow the rule. We in the money zone right now. Matter of fact, stock market about to open up in 5 minutes, y'all. It's about to go crazy. It's really crazy. Now, zooming out, oil's on an uptrend, right? So I should be looking for buys. I should be looking for buy arrows going up, right? However, I'm gonna give y'all a little sauce. However, if you know candlestick formation, okay, and candlestick formation, for those of us who are a part of Auvoria Prime, we have the financial market analyst, Steve Vetterall. He has a Telegram chat. He actually just posted multiple different candlestick formations and patterns that everybody could study, both bullish and bearish. I would suggest everybody go hop on there and go get it and study it. Candlestick formations and patterns. Because guess what? If you learn those, you can actually start to compound your trades with AIRO, or get into a trade earlier than before a bag entry alert even appears.
Hey, Jackie, can you repeat where they can find it? Trey would like to know.
It is Steve Vetterall's Telegram chat. I don't have it in front of me right now, but DM me so I can remember to send you the link to his Telegram chat. But it's fire. I loved it. And remember, I keep talking to y'all, but like, what is that daggone candlestick formation? Well, I'm gonna study it. So I think I saw it. But let's see here. Yes, I sure will, Alan. DM me so I can post the link to you. And if anybody else can find it and post it in the chat, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'll just be answering DMs for the rest of the day. That's the fastest way I could tell you.
It's under the Market Watch, right? Okay.
I'm not sure.
I got it. Yeah.
You got it? Okay. Thank you, darling.
Let me see if I can get the actual link.
All right. So here is.
Someone posted it. Thank you, Lydia and Daphne.
Y'all are awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you for saving me the DMs. Thanks for saving me for them DMs. All right. So we on an uptrend on oil, y'all. So you looking for up arrows. So peep this. This is what I did. So yesterday, I saw this down arrow happen. You know, 2 down arrows. First one has higher success. The second one is 50-50 success. I was like, don't know if I really wanted to take that trade. However, this is what I peeped. So actually, no, excuse me. I did take that trade and it started losing because I missed out my take profit. I said, oh man, let me see if I can go make my money back. And I did. Here's my 2 trades. So the first one was a sell. I thought I was going to get in right here and play around. And actually, I was only trying to go for like a 50 cent, 70 cent move. And it did do that. But because I wasn't paying attention, I missed my take profit. And then it reversed on me. So I had and started going up. I said, all right, crap. I got to go ahead and just eat that loss, right? Okay. By the way, yeah, I'm doing a standard. However, check out the very next one. I was like, oh, well, look at, I want y'all to peep what I just did. Look at the time. I took the trade as a sell, right? It did go in my favor and it did hit my stop loss, but not my stop loss. It did hit my take profit that I had wanted, but I didn't set it up in time, right? And then look at when I got out. I got out because I was like, all right, well, it's turning around. It's reversing them, not in my favor. 556. Look at when I did the buy immediately, right? I was like, oh, well, it's reversing in my favor, not in my favor. Let me go ahead and take the buy. This is why I took the buy, okay? I took the buy because I got a bounce off of this support zone. One of the beautiful things about AIRO is that I ain't got to draw the zones no more. I ain't got to try and figure out where my resistance and my supports are. AIRO does it for me. Utilize the software and make it easier for yourself with your trading. All right. Then bounce from the zone. I'm like, all right, bet. We have a bounce from the zone. I got momentum happening here. And this is all during Asian session, by the way, too, y'all. Okay. AIRO works in all sessions. Money zone is where most of the money is. All right. But you dealing with Forex pairs. When you start coming out of Forex pairs and you start dealing with indices and commodities and stuff like that, game is wide open for you when you start seeing patterns. So
every day, all day.
Every day, all day. So let me zoom in for y'all. I was in this candle, started reverse on me. I said, okay, boom, we got a bounce coming off the zone. This candle's coming out. What candlestick formation is this? Engulfing. I told y'all I'm all about engulfing candles. That's my way to get in. When I get that engulfing candle, it was like in time, just get in. I was in there for a buy and took my profit and rolled out. I set my take profit for whatever it was, 69, whatever it was. You saw it hit, it was green. And then I went about my business. I went to sleep. I ain't even worried about it. And my stop loss was the support zone. And the reason why I did all that was because AIRO told me the trend was up. So I'm following the trend because I'm not a counter trend trader, right? Which is, again, I clearly showed that because I was in a sell and it didn't work out in my favor so much, right? Following the trend, bounce from the zone, learn the candlestick formation. I'm in there. And I probably could have held it for way more. You see, I did a standard on that and it moved 59 cents. That's how much it was. You saw what the price was. That was a standard. And if I would have stayed in there, I would be multiple bags would have been generated. You know what I'm saying? But I went to sleep. I don't like to sleep overnight and like be too risky. But that was a trade off of the H1, utilizing AIRO, utilizing zones and candlestick formation. Hopefully that helped y'all out with that. I can't see the chat, y'all. So if y'all talking, let me know. I'm gonna go to the Q&A. If y'all have a signal that came up because I don't have it up on my H1 charts, drop it in the Q&A so I can see it. Dane, what is the red line for? The red line on my screen is here. If you're referring to that, that is the ask price, and the white line is the bid price. So, and what that means is, if you look at your little one-click trading here, sell is your and the red line on here, sorry, is the buy, and then the sell is the white line. That's what that is. And they do reverse sometimes too, but that's the one way to tell. Sorry about that. And let's see here. All right, cool. GN off the 15. Let's go. Thank you, Pia. GN off of the 15. Boop, boop. I don't have GN on my screen. I got every other one except GN. You know what? Is GN one of the 10 pairs? Because if it's not, that's probably why I don't have it. Because I actually was tending to stay with the Oh, I know why I don't have GN on there. Because, as I'm bringing this up, I didn't have GN on there because the Aussie pairs and the Kiwi pairs have been getting on my nerves. That's why. They have not been moving the way I wanted them to move. Okay, so we got a sell. I ain't nowhere near the zone. We following the trend. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I have more pink than green. We are in a downtrend. And then let's see. I don't have no zone. Nope, not doing it. Nope, we not doing this. Not like last week. We following the rules, y'all. You have a zone here to show a bounce from it. Count your pips to the zone, to the support zone from your entry. And here you go. You use your crosshair. All right. And let's see. Price is right here. You getting in. That's like what? 5, 6 pips. If you want to go for 5, 6 pips, go ahead. Only if you have a zone here. I don't have no zone. I'm not taking a trade. Nope. We're not doing this. I'm not gambling my money. All right. So how did I get those lines, the bid and the ask? Oh, that is in the chart properties. So you would right click on your chart and you go to properties and you go to comment tab and show ask line. Your bid line is always going to show, but if you just select show ask line and hit OK, it will appear. All right. Sometimes they don't appear depending on what time frame you on or if they're not really close or whatever. I'm not sure all of the rules and regulations regarding that line appearing because I don't really pay too much to it. I just threw it on there actually because somebody else was asking. So that is how I feel about GN. What is an engulfing candle? Let me go back to my oil so you can see real quick. I'm kind of mad I ain't staying that oil trade now. That's a beautiful daggone trade, y'all. That's a bag. That would have been like 2 bags for me. That's okay. I'll walk away with my 500 for the day. I'm good. An engulfing candle is the easiest way I could show you is you see this candle right here, and this is actually being recorded, so all of y'all can go back and view this recording again. But go to that chat that was dropped, that link for Steve Vetterall's Telegram, and go in there and copy that daggone image of those bullish and bearish candlestick formation and patterns. So it was even talking about the shooting star pattern, all that. You know, go look at that, y'all. But engulfing, you see this candle right here? The very next candle started very similar to where it ended and took over. So technically, this candle can be inside this one completely and then some. Thereby, it has engulfed it, just like it took it completely over. Okay? That is what an engulfing candle looks like. And it happens all the time. It happens all the time. This is similar. This was very big one, but this is similar. All right. It happens all the time. Here's one that's bearish. See this candle right here? And look at this candle right here. Boom. Took it all over. Bearish signal. There you go. Next hour could have been eaten off of that. All the way down. You see what I'm saying? It happens all the time. Start learning and seeing it. You'll be able to trade off of it and utilize AIRO. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. That's the easiest way I could tell y'all. Some bid and ask lines are not both seen at the same time because the spread is so small and that they overlap. Only one could be seen. Thank you very much, Alan, for that.
Hey, Jackie, the people want to know, do you trade crypto?
Sometimes. I'm learning to trade it. I'll say that. I'm learning to trade it.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, I do have Bitcoin on here, by the way. I do have Bitcoin on here.
Yeah.
This would have been awesome. So I missed this yesterday. All right. So we're on Tuesday. So this AIRO would have been Sunday night. I missed that AIRO, but it's a H1 AIRO. Bounce, AIRO, go. See what I'm saying? See how I like that H1, you guys? Bounce, AIRO, go. It don't happen often. It don't happen often, but the reason is because I'm a busy girl. We busy women, right, Mo?
Yeah, buddy.
Sometimes we ain't got time to be sitting up here looking at these charts all day,
Uh-uh.
right? So what you gonna do? Put it on the H1. Wait for your alert. When you on the H1, you actually stay in the trade longer. So if you're a scalper, it might not be for you. But I'm a day trader, swing trader. I ain't got time to sit here and, you know, look at a chart, make sure it hit my take profit and go about my business. When I scalp, I get a little nervous. I like to get in and get out, but I want to make sure it hit my take profit. So I go to the H1. When you on the H1, you catching more pips. Now, I will tell you that Nate mentioned that he doesn't have a set take profit or stop loss on Bitcoin, except for when we did that trade last week off of the 5-minute chart, where he said take profit was like 2,500 pips when it shows on the AIRO counter. That's what I use there. But when I'm on the higher time frame, zone to zone, zone to zone. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody told me that. I can't remember who it was. It could have been Lex, it could have been Lexi, it could have been Corey. I can't remember. So I'm so sorry. I can't give credit to who said this to me or put it in my head. But what they said with Bitcoin, it might have been Corey, because Corey is killing it on Bitcoin. What they said was they go from zone to zone. So especially on a higher time frame, when there is no specific take profit or stop loss mentioned, then the only way you could do is go from zone to zone. Stop loss at the support, take profit at the zone, or wherever you deem fit. Honestly, for me, as long as it kind of pulled back, see how it almost touched that AIRO MA? As soon as it pulled back and then it started shooting up, I probably would have just been like, all right, bet stop loss is at entry now, because it's on the move and it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And go to the zone. And look at this. AIRO MA is about to cross the 200. And then I'm seeing that zone going. And you got a second up arrow. Momentum. I like the second up arrows to signify momentum, not necessarily entry points. So, anything you want to comment on that, my dear Miss Mo? You trade
this
crypto?
was beautiful. That was beautiful. Yeah, actually, I do trade crypto, and actually was in one of these trades.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Anytime it gets down to 45, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's about to be bread and butter.
Beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful.
Because over the gosh, I think it's been almost like a month. It hasn't broke, past like 43, 41 ish. So yeah, this trade is beautiful. Now I would have loved to have seen that up power, that bounce over going on that H1. That's clean, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Just like you, I was like snoring.
I know, right? I know. I was tired, but that's just for those who are up. Start looking for those. When you get an up arrow alert, signify that momentum. And I like the higher time frames because the trend is stronger. More solidified on a higher time frame.
So by the way, Pia asked, would it be smart to take that second arrow? Guys, I tell you, I have tested it more times than I can imagine. Unless that second arrow comes like right after the first, right? Because there's that delay in that second arrow, and you can kind of see like a sideways pattern going on here on Bitcoin. I would not take that second arrow. Not on the H1 at least. I'd be super cautious about that, because 9 times out of 10, if I take a second arrow, it's reversing. That's just what it's done for me, What has it done for me lately? Ooh, yeah.
we got Mo singing on the call and everything. Let me see. Oh, somebody asked about NASDAQ. Okay, we're gonna go to NASDAQ.
All right, let's go get that NAS.
Yeah, and then somebody also asked, what's the take profit and stop loss on the H1 for currency pairs? Is strategy 2 video. Nate says 50 pip take profit, 100 pip stop loss on currency pairs. On the indices and metals and commodities, I had a take profit for S&P, and that thing it kind of kept blowing past it. So zones, I go zone to zone, see how that worked. A little bit better. You got, because indices and commodities and metals, they move differently than currency pairs.
That's so true.
You know what? So I wouldn't, I'm actually started to not just have things set parameters around those. It's particularly like Bitcoin. You know, they move differently than currency pairs. So zone to zone is what I recommend right now, or at least till you get familiar with an asset. Okay.
Right. Hold on a second. James said, should I watch my trade live and then keep lifting his stop loss? Look, you're talking about a trailing stop. There's nothing, the people that I coach, I say there's nothing wrong with taking profit or not losing, profit. So if you're going to set your stop loss to entry or do a trailing stop, so that you can secure, a part of your bag, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's trading style is different. So some people will allow, the stop loss to be hit. But I am of the mindset that if you don't have to lose, then why?
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
then why? So that's a
Right.
great question. Sorry, go ahead, babe.
No, no, you're good. No, that was a great question. I like that.
You're welcome, James.
Uh,
Sorry.
Lydia's ask Lydia's asking, is this a reversal off of the H1 on Nasdaq?
Mm,
Let me let me just say this, Lydia, darling. By the way, hello, darling, Queen. You are awesome.
yeah.
I have no clue, and, and I'm saying this because Nasdaq, as we all know, the three brothers, and there's a little itty bitty brother named Russell, and shout out to Julian who told me that there is a broker that lets you trade the Russell 2000. It was forex.com. However, because forex.com don't give me very high leverage, I gotta wait for that. But we got Russell 2000, little brother. S&P 500 is the little brother. Nasdaq, the middle brother. Dow Jones is the big brother. Nasdaq, as the middle child, tends to want to do what it want to do. And even though
So true.
it really, I mean, the other two could be going up, and Nasdaq's like, nah, we going
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to remember what is comprised of these indices. Okay, the Nasdaq are the tech industry. All right, so any news that's happening in the atmosphere regarding tech stocks, Nasdaq is directly affected by that. Okay,
True.
so if you want to trade Nasdaq, keep that in mind. You should have news on that affects tech somehow, some way, whenever you're trading it. All right, because fundamentals do help when trading, just like tech analysis does. They both work hand in hand. All right. But this nasty long wick that NASDAQ just did, I don't like it. I don't like it. It did that probably during market open. I'm going to go to the 30-minute candle. Oh, whoo, Lord, this is market open. Look at that.
Yes. Yep. Yeah,
Ooh,
sure did.
the arrow's not on there because sometimes it be tripping when I go from uh yeah, this is market open candle. Woo, Lord have mercy. Whoever was in a buy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. you know, and that's why I don't like trading indices until after market open.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, which is why I don't get on till like 10 o'clock, really. And
Come
from like
on.
10 to noon, that's when I'm trading. If
Yep.
I'm doing scalping anyway, if I'm in a swing, I'm in a swing. But good Lord, look at that. Good. I don't know. I don't know if this is necessarily a reversal, only because if you zoom out, we on a downtrend, major downtrend. I'm on the M30 candle time frame. We on a downtrend, so it could touch this support and bounce back around again. But on the H1, since we zoomed out, we're still on a downtrend. So what could potentially happen? And Lydia, you made my day, because as we zoomed out, now this is a trade setup, y'all. 1, 2, 3 resistance, 1, 2 support. H1 time frame is going down and it's getting stronger. That down arrow that will appear, that's a trade. Bounce, arrow, go. Okay. on NASDAQ. So shout out to you, Lydia, for bringing that up. And it probably won't happen until about 11 o'clock or noon, because you need the candle to close below the AIRO MA. All right, you need the candle to close below the AIRO MA. And this is, I would not get in on this based on no candlestick formation that I'm comfortable with at this time. I don't know what this pattern means. So if that is even a pattern, I don't know it. And this is not an engulfing candle, so I wouldn't get in for that. And it's not a railway track, which is the other candlestick pattern that I'm familiar with. So based on my expertise, I wouldn't get in yet unless I see another candlestick formation or that bag entry alert. So that's how I feel about NASDAQ right now, y'all. But shout out to you,
all
girl.
the indices because of the red folder news.
Yes.
Like that. Isn't that today?
I believe there was a bunch of stuff, and then this is NFP week too.
All was red. I was like, I'm blind.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's today or tomorrow, but
absolutely. Oh, somebody had asked about the engulfing candle. Do I wait for it to close, as in when the next candle starts? Sometimes. If I see that it's engulfing and there's like 1 to 2 minutes left in the candle, I'll jump in. But best practice is to wait for it to close and for confirmation. Oh, James, shout out to you, James. The Candlestick Trading Bible. Yes. The link that you gave me got cut off, so I can't repost the link, but I actually do have the Candlestick Trading Bible. That is also another one that I started to study, which is why I started looking at the engulfing candles, because it was the easiest thing to spot alongside with fractals. So that is a recommendation for y'all to take a look at and read. So thank you, James. Let's look. I'm looking at other Q&As. Again, if you have any questions, drop it in the Q&A, not in the chat, because I'm not going to see it if you want me to talk about it on the call.
Exactly. Do you want to go to NAS on the M5 for a quick scalp and see if we got one right there?
Sure.
I don't know, because I don't have it up. So
yeah, we can definitely look. Oh, I see a cell. Good job. Let me see. Hold on again.
Yeah, but this may be.
Oh, I'm zoomed out.
I know. It may be tricking us. So I'm like, dun 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 dun.
Let me see. I'm zoomed out, and the zones are matching on the M5.
Mm-hmm. So we can take arrows in either direction, folks.
Okay. Let me zoom in. That's on this candle. I'm late. I should have got in sooner.
What's our RSI on this? Because
now you already know, and you know I ain't got no RSI. you know I ain't got no RSI on mine.
Well, S&P has already kind of hit bottom, and it's also hit a support zone on the M1 using my peekaboo strategy.
Yeah. NAS on the M5 is at 28. So it looked like it could be swinging back around for a buy.
It might swing up and then swing back down.
Yeah. And then, if you look at it on the M1, look at that. That is, looks like it could possibly start to engulf. So, and it did not engulf. So I will not take that trade. But yeah.
No.
So, boom.
I'm just trying to see if we can get like a quick scalp so people can see how wild and crazy these indices are.
Yeah.
The thing is guys, just like Jackie said, I am not a huge fan of trading my indices right now. I like trading them after this call. So yeah,
this one right here, and it's so close to the support zone, y'all. Don't jump into that when it's so close to the zone, even though that's
But I kind of seen this happening. I was like, it's about to fall, and I should have called it before the arrows showed up, because we could have gotten a little quick scalp.
Yeah, we could have got it in a little quick scalp. I don't want to chase this trade though.
No,
I don't want to chase that trade. However, since it's so close to that zone, and then look at that, it turned bullish. See, that's a wick. I ain't. No, don't gamble, y'all. I'm not gambling. No, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Matter of fact, look at my M5. Wait a minute. Hold up. No, I'm not taking this trade, y'all. Why would I take this?
Yeah.
I can't take this trade. I ain't got no bounce from no zone. What am I saying? I don't have no zone here. There ain't no bounce. There's a
Come
zone
on.
up here, but I don't have no bounce from a zone up here. No, I'm not taking that trade. I'm not getting fooled like last time.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no, no, no. But I will put the indices on the M5. I will do that. So that way we won't miss the next one. Okay. So, but
So they
no,
gave us a false
Mhm.
notification.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. Like I'm still mad about that trade last week. Like seriously, only
Oh my
because
goodness.
I thought there was a zone, and I thought somebody had said that they had a zone, or
Uh-huh.
maybe I thought a zone should have been there, and maybe it was delayed or whatever. But from here on out, it ain't no zone on my chart. I'm not taking that trade. No, we're not doing it. I'm not gambling my money. But thank you for bringing that up, though. So now I'm gonna remember to keep it on the M5. Where my US
Yeah.
30 at? Because US 30 need to be
Hey,
on there too.
I'm gonna say a couple good mornings. Tara Black, love you, girl. Corey Moore, what's
Yay!
up, Lexi? What's up? What's goody in the hoodie? Michael, you asked a great question. I don't think you answered this, my love.
Hmm.
So how it says I was typically trained prior for basically what he's saying. He was typically trained prior to Auvoria Prime to do a 2 to 1 to 3 to 1 risk ratio reward risk to reward ratio, and he asked why is the stop loss here so much larger. And if you have followed Nate for any length of time, you will know that man has traded on all different types of platforms, from stocks to binaries to crypto to forex pairs to indices. I mean, he's just a freaking genius. And so the reason why the risk to reward ratio is set the way it is, my love, is due to the fact that over time he has tested over and over and over again what are the proper win to or risk to reward ratios on G pairs and E pairs. So that's the reason why you'll see a higher risk um, versus reward, because of the simple fact that that trend can actually turn around. So hopefully, Michael Chin, my love, I hope that you got that answer out for you. Oh, uh, Beach Panda actually asked, why are we using, let's see here, swing trades are for several days and news is just temporary. Oh, he was asking, why do we use fundamentals? Why are fundamentals needed on H1 on swing trades, my love?
Just to keep yourself apprised of what's going on, because not every trade is going to win. You can have everything set up right and it don't go in your favor. And knowing why it's not going in your favor, like say some news drops, then you can understand that, oh, okay, and not feel bad. Because honestly, I've had trades not go in my favor, and I'm like, what did I do wrong? And then come to find out, well, at the same time, it started reversing on me. Somebody sent a tweet out that knocked the entire stock market happen. Don't laugh at that, y'all, because that has happened multiple times. A tweet will change direction on you for
Mm-hmm.
an asset, for sure, depending on who sends the tweet. I'm telling y'all that I've seen it happen. Case in point, soon as news drops about Elon Musk buying Bitcoin, what happened? That's considered fundamentals, you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
even if something starts to not go in your favor, then that's one way to use fundamentals to maybe help you get out of a losing trade sooner, or maybe help you stay in a trade longer, because you were like, oh, you got more confidence in that trade. That's all that I'm using fundamentals for, honestly. And also when news appears, sometimes that ain't the best time to get into a trade. Wait a little while and then get into the trade later, because you never know, you might be in a bag entry. 10 o'clock happen, somebody speaks, like let's say Powell, for instance, and you get a bag entry exactly at 10 o'clock when Powell speaks. That might not be the best time to be in that trade. Wait a little bit. See, market fundamentals versus technical analysis. There you go. Uh, let's see. Oh,
Did we look at Euro, USD, and USD JPY before um, answering any
mm,
other questions?
no, we didn't, but I can look at them. Euro USD and USD JPY. Well, I can tell you neither one of those are on my
I
chart.
see you.
For real.
Terrell keeps asking, Jose, no, it popped up on my screen again. I don't know why. But asking about gold on the, oh, well, hold on, is that gold?
Oh,
XAG, is that, no.
that's silver.
That's silver on the 30-minute.
I saw that the Euro USD JPY question, but the time frame wasn't mentioned. Can you put the time frame that you're asking for so I know what to look at?
Yeah, guys, time frames are super, super important.
In the meantime, I'll look at silver off the 30-minute Pharrell. I love that name and I love the way you spell it. I have not been on silver's thought process in quite a while, and I actually want to get into this platinum and copper. So silver, copper moves a little differently. Just a shout out to y'all. And platinum, I was mad at platinum spread, y'all. I said, well, that's a swing for sure, because ain't no way I'm scalping it with that kind of spread. Um, Let me see. I'm putting silver on, and you said off of the 30-minute. All right. That's interesting that you have silver and you have it on the 30-minute. All right, so this is 30-minute. I ain't got nothing yet on my screen. But it looks like it's going up, and the same thing. I would just do the same thing. I'm gonna zoom out. We on a downtrend on silver, come on the M30. So I wouldn't even be looking for up arrows. I would be looking for down arrows. I trade with the trend. It's a lot easier. Only time you counter trend trade is if you on the M15. Look at that. I got a buy. See, if you on the M15 and you get that strategy 6, between 8 and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you get a counter trend arrow going against the trend, then you could take the trade for 20 pips. Now that's off of Forex pairs. Now this arrow alert here qualifies for that. So, but because I have not traded silver before, I'm not quite sure if that same strategy is consistently working on here. So that's one to look out for, and that might be one to consider start testing. But on the M30, I ain't really see nothing. Oh, well, that's M30 right there, that arrow. It's a buy, but we on a downtrend, so I will be looking for sales for sure. Okay. All right. So, oh, well, dang, everybody want to be on the M30. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. All right, I'll check Euro USD on the N30 in a minute. Somebody says GJ for a buy on the H1.
Did you just see that up arrow up here?
On this one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we in a downtrend on this one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm looking at S&P right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm focused on something different. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I got you. Somebody said GJ H1. Mm-hmm. Why didn't I not get my arrow alert? But that thing went straight up into the zone. Now, okay, we are in. That was an up arrow. This is not a bank induction. Nope. This is why. This is not a bank induction because we are on an uptrend, and that was an up arrow going into the zone. So a bank induction means it would need to have been a down arrow going into the support zone. So that is not a bank induction. That is not a valid bag entry trade because 1, I ain't got no zone I'm bouncing off of. 2, that thing is already in the zone. It don't qualify in no way, shape, or form. No. No trade. Now, here's the thing. This resistance zone can get broken later on, possibly. What could possibly happen and what you want to look for is wait for price to retrace back and pull back and hit this support zone. All right? Because what's going to happen is this AIRO MA is going to cross this 200 EMA. All right? Now 200 EMA is on the chart because of strategy 9 video. Okay? Go look at it. Market maker method. And Nate talk about it all the time. All right, that's one of his favorite strategies. 9 and 10 is what he says. All right. So as soon as he mentioned that, I threw that EMA on my chart immediately. Okay. So AIRO MA crossing over this 200 EMA. I'm not good at strategy 9 yet, so I can't necessarily call out a trade based on it. However, I'm telling you what to look for. This up arrow might not be good, but when price comes down, closes below this, it gives you a down arrow and touches this zone, then catch the up arrow going back up, and then you got some room to this resistance zone. All right, that's what you want to wait for. Okay, otherwise price can be real nasty and just break right through the support zone, which will be even better for us. Honestly, let it come on through, let it break that zone, let it come down here. You just want an up arrow that'll give you the most pips. Let it happen. Okay, so that's why GJ is a no. Awesome, you're welcome. So I'm not trying to ignore you, Melissa. EU on the M30. Let's take a look. Y'all surprising me with these M30s though. Y'all might have me start looking at the M30. Let's see here. On there, let me throw AIRO on there. I'm going to try to keep my bias from this pair to myself. If y'all got your hand raised, you don't need your hand raised. You can just drop your question in the Q&A. All right. So if you're talking about this M30 arrow going up, again, it's going against the trend. All right. 3 red, 1 support. I wouldn't even touch it. It's going against the trend. All right. And I don't have no support zone. Okay. If you got a support zone, that's fine. It still don't even qualify as too close to this next zone. And it's going against the trend. And that's actually 2 candles prior. So I'm not sure if this would have been considered a counter trend strategy number 6 trade. And right off the bat, it even started to retrace. So I wouldn't have taken this at all. But that's how I feel about that particular trade. Trade with the trend. Don't counter trend trade. If you want to have your highest success, profitability of success, trade with the trend. Follow the rules. We want to trade in the money zone. You want to trade with the trend. And you want to make sure you got a bounce from a zone. If you don't have all 3 confirmations, that trade ain't valid. Move on to something else.
Straight
Okay.
facts. Good morning, Jelon. I seen you.
Oh, okay. Jeff, how are you, dear? How did I get the other moving average on the chart? This is here you go. This is insert indicators. It is a moving average. So you can either have moving average if it's common for you up here. Otherwise, it is a trend indicator, moving average. Once you click on moving average, the parameters is a 200 and it's exponential. So instead of SMA or SMA is for simple. I don't even know what they named the smooth or the weighted. The weighted one is a WMA when people mention that. But it's an exponential MA and it's at the close, applying to the close of the candle, close prices. All right, and that's it, red, no shift. And then I just kind of made my lines darker and stuff like that so I could see it easier. And then hit OK, and then it will appear on your chart.
Bada bing, bada boom.
There you go. Let's see. That chat blowing up, Mo. What's going on in that chat there?
Girl, hold it.
That chat blowing up.
Oh, man. Let's see here.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. You are fantastic, darling. Just shout out whatever you want, Mo.
Okay.
Let's see. Julian coming out here with.
Oh, that's too cute.
What did he say?
Jesse was talking about it's a secret on the moving average. I think
the AIRO one,
referring to the blue one. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. The AIRO MA. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was just checking some things. Cool. Julian says, I hardly get a bag entry off of the resistance or support. I just stay awake 24/5 to get one? Not really, Julian. Not really. You gotta remember the zones appear based on how price is moving. So there could be a week where but and also based on the pairs that you're trading. Okay. So since we don't have the scanner, right? So we can't load every single pair and get an alert off of every single one. You know what I mean? But it depends on the pair you're trading. I get more zones. I can still get entries off of H1 off of GBP pairs, and I can still get entries because GBP pairs the way they move, I can still get entry. Now, notice I said GBP pairs. I didn't mention nothing about no Euro pairs. And by the way, hope y'all notice I don't have hardly no Euro pairs in my list. I got Euro GBP. Why? Because it's a GBP pair, not a Euro. I'm not focused on that because I don't like the way the Euro pairs move. But that's what I would say, Julian. I would just be like, look at your pairs and see if maybe it's the pairs that you're trading. I would say focus on the GBP ones, but if you still find that same issue on GBP pairs, throw a gold on there, throw a commodity on there, or it might just be the week. We in NFP week, y'all. So this week is a funny week. Oh, shout out to you, Kev. How are you, dear? I ain't seen you in a minute. Oh yeah, we already talked about Kev, the GJ one off the H1. It's a no-go. No-go. Because it's going against the trend. And it's all up in that zone. Alan said, yeah, it's a 200 EMA, not an SMA. Yep. They was asking about the
I don't know when this question actually showed up, but Christopher, darling. You asked if you can use a fib on the Euro USD. I don't know if you were asking for us to do it live or if you can use it in general, but you can always use a fib. So if you guys are asking for something specific, please make sure you include the time frame that we need to look at, the chart that we need to look at, because that is very muy importante.
Yes. Right. Yeah, Chris, let me know. Did you want me to draw the fib live or not? Just let me know, and then I can go for it. Look at Phil. Phil coming through. Wait a minute. AuvoCAD. Now, Phil, that ain't right. That ain't even right. You already know. I literally said in the beginning of this call that I purposely took off Aussie and Kiwi pairs because I don't like them. Exactly. I don't like them, but we're going to go through this AuvoCAD. And it's funny, when we get on these calls, I notice we don't catch as many like live trades, like maybe towards the end. But that's because you got to remember we're in New York session. So we got to focus on US session pairs. So that's your USD pairs. That's going to be gold. That's going to be your US indices. That's going to be CAD. Those are the pairs you want to focus on. So he mentioned AuvoCAD. So I'm going to bring it up because that is definitely a pair to focus on in this session. However, I personally just don't like Aussie pairs right now. My favorite pair is actually Aussie yen, but I trade that during Asian session. Because why? Because it moves better in Asian session. Why? Because it's a yen pair, not because it's an Aussie pair, because it's a yen pair. So, Aussie CAD is what he said. Oh, I already have it in my drop down. Let me look. Where'd it go? There it is. My bad. Aussie CAD off the H1. You ain't right for this, Phil. Phil, you supposed to be on US 30. I don't know why you looking at Aussie CAD. Shout out to Phil though. He had some fire for US 30, y'all, catching it off of the M5. He's good at that. I be afraid sometimes, but you guys all know US 30 is my white whale. I feel like I've almost conquered it. Aussie CAD off of the H1. Okay, so if you're talking about this H1 alert that happened a couple of hours ago, looks like a bounce arrow go. Looks like it came out nice, and I'm assuming Aussie CAD was on an uptrend, so I'm gonna zoom out. But that thing happened while I was asleep, so I wouldn't have been able to catch that for sure. Yep, on an uptrend. Boom, that's bounce arrow go. That's a valid trade. Now, if you're asking if I could get in right now, I wouldn't get in off of the H1 because then you're going to be like trying to see if you can get in and it might reverse against you. All right, because it already made the high of the day And it's kind of like, honestly, this is like a zone forming. There's two touches up here. So I wouldn't necessarily get in right now based off of the H1. But what you could do is come down to this M15. Okay. See if you're still on a buy trend on the M15. Okay. And then zoom out. Look, you got clear skies. Woo, look at this. Look at this drop that it did. Oh my goodness. Maybe Aussie Cat might get added to my list if I see stuff like this. Oh gosh. Sorry, I got excited. There ain't no resistance zones up here. So, and we only got one support. Up arrows it is. So, but because you had two up arrows already, you're gonna need another up arrow alert, or let price retrace, or another word for retrace is pull back. Let it give you a down arrow alert. Actually, let it come down and touch this support and bounce back up again. Then hop back. Then you can kind of hop back in, and shoot. No, nothing between you and the zone. Nothing between you and the zone. So don't chase it from the H1. Come down to a lower time frame and see if you can get in that way. All right. That's a little more safer, I would say. And which is what I would do in that instance. So hopefully that helped with that one. What we got going on? We got Aussie
GJ on the H1, huh?
What was it you said?
GJ on the H1?
That one was it was all up in the zone.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all up in the zone. Yeah, see, it was all up in the zone, y'all, and we didn't take that. And for good reason. Look at that thing, retrace, pull back on you. Again, don't chase the trade from the H1. If it don't work out, then come on down to a lower time frame and see if you can get in that way. All right. So sometimes, the H1 might not work out, but come on down to the lower time frame and see what's going on there. So you could see why it pulled back. It did this right here, right? So what's going to happen is let it come on down. Let it touch the zone and let it jump back up again. What you wanted to do is to do all this while we're still in the money zone. So we're still following the rules. If it doesn't do that and it's like past 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's okay. Let it come on down and bounce, throw it back on the H1 and wait for the alert again. You'll be able to get in, maybe not today, but it'll happen tomorrow. All right. So, Mo, you over there, you got the chat, right, darling?
Yeah, that's why I'm getting distracted.
It's okay. All the indices are on the M5, so we just waiting for them to make they move. We want to make sure.
Alert on Bitcoin on M5. Can you just?
Do you? Oh, I'm not even on the M5 on Bitcoin. Okay, let me jump over there.
Over there. Well, it acts just like just an FYI, guys. It acts just like indices as well. Bitcoin, but that that's a bounce arrow, and that's very close to the zone. So no.
Yeah.
no, honey.
No. Even though it's going to go and touch that zone.
Right. And I don't know. We haven't zoomed out yet, so I don't know if we're on like an uptrend or
let me see. My bad, you. I don't see anybody else. Let me zoom out. Yeah, we on an uptrend. No. We don't trade against the trend, y'all. We trade with the trend.
Right.
With the trend. But I'm gonna leave it on here. Yeah, we're gonna leave it on here. Why? Because when that bounce from that support come, then we can get in there, y'all. Okay? Bitcoin off the M5. I'm gonna leave it on here. Let that arrow alert, let that bounce off of the support zone come. Then we can get in there. And hopefully it'll happen before we get out this call in the next hour and 45 minutes. Cool. Thank y'all for saying that. Okay. The question about should you trade off the H1 instead with the GBP? Oh no. When I was talking about the GBP pairs, y'all, I just particularly stick on the H1 because that's just my preference. But no, you can still be on the M15. Matter of fact, on the GBP pairs, stay on the M15, y'all, for the bank inductions. Them things happen all the time on there. Bobby Will found that for a reason. And Bobby will be on them GBP pairs all day, every day. So, in particularly Tuesdays through Thursdays. So start looking for them bank inductions, on the M15. The market maker method is on the M15. Those two, strategy 9, 10 about to drop off of the M15. Matter of fact, Nate's Fibonacci strategy is off of the M15. I personally don't draw off of the M15 because I'm not as good at drawing my fibs off of that. I'm a lot better off of the higher time frames, and it's because I'm a trend trader and I'm looking for the trend and I'm looking for retracements of the overall trend. So I follow the trend for longer periods of time. So that's why I'm a lot more skillful in drawing my fibs off of the H1 and higher time frames versus the lower ones because trend direction changes a little bit more frequently on the lower time frames, which sometimes confuses me. So that's why I stay on the higher ones. But yeah, you could do that. Let's see here. Somebody said Aussie Chef has been treating you well. Really? Uh, Throw me a time frame to look at on Aussie Chef, and then I want to see what you see. Oh, Pia's asking, do we think we're gonna be able to get a scanner in the future? Oh, most definitely, Pia. Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah. You know what? If all things go right, we can have it this weekend or next weekend. Look, I'm waiting for that scanner just as much as y'all is.
Come on.
I need that scanner because I'm missing trade opportunities on pairs I don't even trade. I'm like, for the Asian session, y'all, I actually want to see if I could trade Asian session with AIRO. I won't know that unless I get AIRO alerts on pairs I don't normally pay attention to. So I'm gonna
Actually,
do that.
I've had a couple of trading sessions on Asian session.
Yeah.
And if you guys, I think it's a video 2 or video 3 that Nathan goes over like the pairs that you guys can trade during the Asian session. It
Mm-hmm.
works beautifully, my
Oh,
friend,
really?
because one of the things is that during the money zone, things are moving pretty fast and can switch on you in just a second, especially like with indices. But I have actually found, if you're trading indices and you're just beginning indices, wow, you guys you can catch some bounce arrow goes in the Asian session. So definitely take a look at that, and then take a look at any pair that's aligned with that part of the world. So Australia, New Zealand, JPY, the
Yep.
yen, Japanese yen. Those all three, if it has that in there, then 9 times out of 10 it's being traded during the Asian session, and you can actually catch some good moves. You know, um,
Nice.
remember I was telling you about that, Jackie? I was like, what in the world is happening? Our indices are moving during Asian session like
Oh,
really smoothly.
I must have forgot. Now I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
pay
we had that
attention.
conversation. I was like, girl, look at this.
Look, that for everybody that working 9 to 5 during the
Come
U.S.
on.
session. There we go. There's
Yeah,
another
and
one.
I proved that you could do a point zero 0.01 on those indices during the Asian session, and literally, if your income is anywhere from $15 to $20 an hour, you can definitely catch some bags. Like within, I would say, 2 or 3 hours, I made with my group like $160. I can't remember the last
Mm,
time we traded. So yeah, it was nice. And it was on a
nice.
point zero 0.01, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously
Yeah.
I trade with higher lot sizes, but I just wanted to show them what was possible.
Ooh. Now you got me in my mind doing US 30
Yes.
during the Asian session.
Yes, girl.
Oh, interesting.
Snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself.
There we go. Oh, look at Aussie Chef off the age. Well, look at that. Okay,
It's a
Mark.
party. Okay, so this is exactly what I was talking about as far as the second arrow coming right after the first arrow. Guys, that's
Mm-hmm.
the sauce. But as you can see, right away, it started to reverse. And so it might have like actually tricked you out of that trade, but then it continued to kept going. But that's actually what I would look for, Jackie, if I was trading on the second arrow. I want to
Mm-hmm.
see, what is going to be the momentum after it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would have actually used my peekaboo technique before I got into that trade if I didn't get in with the first arrow.
Oh wow. I just drew my fib on here and I'm gonna redraw it for y'all because I know somebody asked about the fib earlier, but I'm gonna draw it for this one because I like Swiss pairs. I do like those, especially because they're worth more per pip. They're actually worth couple of more cents more per pip than gold. So you throw a standard lot on a Swiss pair, you're usually getting a little bit more than $10. Maybe 10.28, 10.30 on a Swiss pair. I like Swiss pairs. I just haven't found one that moves, the way I want it to. But this right here, okay, Mark, I might pay attention to this one. Um, I'm gonna draw the fib only because I like this pullback is so smooth though, and I want to go back and see if this happens often. Oh, this might be one on the chart. Um, Fib, this right here, the little button, draw Fibonacci retracement tool. That's the tool that I use. I was taught on the Fibonacci expansion tool by good buddy Al from the Hawkeye session. He actually taught me Fibonacci back in October, and he did it off of the expansion tool. We were on the M1, y'all, on S&P. Okay, and I'm afraid of the M1. And on S&P back in October, that M1 was moving. All right, but he taught me Fibonacci off of that. So the expansion tool was one thing, but usually when people teach me things, I absorb it, let it run around in my brain for a little bit, and then I executed to what makes sense for me on a consistent basis. So I said, I like what he taught me. And then I said, let me go put it on a retracement tool so I could focus solely on pullbacks and the measurement of those, which is why I use the retracement tool consistently now. It's right here. You click on it, it's going to change your cursor. And what you're looking for is the move. Okay. Oh, and now as I start talking about it, oh, wait a minute, hold up. Now that's the S&P sell, and we are on a downtrend if I remember correctly. Correct, right? Oh, I ain't got no zone. Nope, not falling for it. Not falling for it. If you have a zone and it's a bounce arrow go from the zone for you, then you can go ahead and take that trade. I can't take this trade because I don't have no bounce. But if you have a bounce based on whatever broker you're using and the quotes happen to appear that way, bounce, arrow, go, count to the next zone. If you got 20 to 50 pips in there, go ahead and take the trade. You know what I'm saying? As long as we are still in a downtrend, let me make sure. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They actually are moving. They're even. And I think, Mo, you said if it's even, you could probably take it in either direction.
Yeah, you can definitely take it in either direction.
Okay. Cool. Well, then y'all can go ahead and do that if you want to. But I don't have no zone.
I wouldn't because it didn't bounce.
Yeah, I ain't taking it. I ain't
right
got no
now,
bounce.
guys, we're like literally around news hour. So they are going to go up and down. It's going to be very volatile. Yeah. And you can kill an account in 2 seconds flat during this time. So I don't trust it.
Cool. Absolutely. I'm gonna try and get through this fib, y'all. So if y'all have any questions, I'll go through it. But you want to catch the move. Okay, this is one of the moves. This is the move, really. However, I like to start it off of a zone. So this is an uptrend. So you're gonna go from the low to the high for an uptrend because you're measuring the uptrend, how far back price retraces to then go up again. Okay. I'd like to catch it when the move starts with a bounce arrow go. So this is a bounce from a support, arrow, go. Minor pullback, go. All right. So I feel like there was a zone here that got stopped. So if I would have got in from this bounce, I would have took it to the zone and I would have got out. But learning this pair, I might have to, take a little something else different. I don't know, but I'm gonna measure from here. And we're gonna go up to the high and drop it. That's it. So all you're gonna do, lowest point below the MA, and then the highest point above the MA, arrow MA. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna move this down low just to see something. Let me see my low. Put it right here at this low here. Okay. I started there because I just wanted to catch it from this bounce arrow go, but I see that it happened here, so I don't like that. Go back. That looks better to me. Okay. Now, measure it. It came back, it pulled back, smooth pullback. to the 79 fib level. Okay, these fib levels are part of strategy number 8 of Nate's videos. Okay, so that's where I got the fib levels from. Go watch that video so you can see them. It pulled back, and so then what you do is you wait for your bad entry alert, and here it came. If I would have caught this yesterday, if I would have been paying attention, I would have been in that trade. And then you just go. Usually, if I don't have no zone in between, like this is the only resistance zone on this up arrow, I'm going to the zone. You know, price always has to come back to zero eventually. It has to come back to zero to further continue its trend. So it's gonna make its way up there. It's just how long is it gonna take to do it? You know, and if this thing is forming a W, then I'm gonna have major pullback again, come off of this support with another anchor to W, and then take off to the zone. All right. So how this would have probably looked as I'm in there is I'm zoomed in. All right, you got this bounce from here. I don't have no candlestick formation that I'm comfortable with to be able to get in prior to this alert. Right, I'm sleep after this. Like I'm done. I don't look at none of that. I'm sleep. So when I wake up in the morning, I see, ooh, AIRO. This came out at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time yesterday. If I was looking at this trade, I'm like, bounce, AIRO, go. Now, since this is a currency pair, 50 pip take profit. Easy, right? 50 pip take profit. You in right here. The high of the day made 37 pips. You ain't hit your 50 pips yet. If there's no zone up here, then you can either run out with your pips at 38 or hold it for 50, you know? But I'm like, okay, cool. We have it here. We holding, still holding. And then you hit 50 around the next day, which is today, here during London session. All right. Could have took another position if you're comfortable with that with the second arrow, but 50 was hit in the London session arrow, and then it kept going. So take profit is good. Stop loss is 100 pips. All right. Now, let's add the fib into this. When you get in right here, you see that price came back to the 79. Normally you go one fib level down as your stop loss. Okay. Now, from where you got in to this support zone is 73 pips. Okay. The middle number, 738, 73.8 pips. And that's the 79 fib level, and that's the support zone from where you would get in on this trade yesterday, right? I'm telling y'all this so you can go practice it and do these off of the H1, because I feel like I'm gonna put this pair on my charts now. Now the 79 fib level, it retraced back to the 100 fib level would be your stop loss. Now I know that some people say, well, Nate teaches if it goes back to the 79, then you don't pay attention. Remember, Nate's teaching y'all strategy number 8 off of the 15-minute time frame. I'm on the H1 time frame, so it could be a little bit different. Okay. Now, with that being said, 100 pips is my normal stop loss on the fib, but that's more than 100 pips off of the regular currency pair movement. So logically speaking, I'm not going to have that be my stop loss. That's 172 pips. Where's 100 pips on this thing? Probably right here. A little bit of them in that zone. So if I want to be really extra careful, put it right under the zone, 126 pips. And then you can just go catch your 50 and you still hold on for a little bit. You could probably just go a little bit more. But if you want to go to the zone, then it's a 1-to-1, a little bit more than a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. That's how the fibs can help you out. Fibs can help you stay in a pair longer if you want to be able to hold it to a zone. Now, you could have some resistance on a lower time frame that it has to work through to get there, and then you just kind of work it out yourself. Say, okay, well, maybe I want to get out that trade. I made my take profit and I can go about my business. You know what I mean? But thank you, Mark. I'm sorry that it took so long, but I really wanted to look at this and I really like this pair. So I'm gonna go back to move to the left and I'm gonna go back and look at it. So thank you for that.
That's a great explanation there, Jackie.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, brother?
Hey, yeah, I've been good. We've been really busy. We had the little guy's birthday, and then getting ready to start up work again, and so just trying to get everything handled.
Nice. Well, happy. His birthday's coming up,
Oh,
correct?
it's already done. It was last weekend.
Oh, well, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Oh, well, now
Hey,
what's
you
going
it
on with
looks like you
you?
guys are on fire.
Oh, we
You
didn't
guys
take
We
any.
doing
we we we're moving slow.
Yeah, we didn't
are
take
you?
any trades today. There's been no setups. Like,
Right.
Nothing, eh? Well, you know what?
No.
That's not unusual considering that non-farm payrolls at the end of the week.
right,
Like, guys, you
right.
need to have your expectations, right? The first week of the month, you're gonna have non-farm payroll. Most people are gonna sit on their hands. So if you're gonna take a position, go for a smaller target and get out.
Yep.
Just set
Mm-hmm.
your expectations accordingly.
Right, right.
Thanks,
Exactly.
Mateo.
Thank
Thanks.
you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, let me see here.
Oh, okay. Now we're moving and shaking. I don't know.
Let me
Questions
see.
coming in.
Oh, I'm just looking at the Q&A real quick. Somebody said
Mhm.
NZD USD off of the M15. Hey, I like that.
Edward, you said that the M5, the zone disappeared on the M5 on Bitcoin. That is possible, but just remember you follow the trend with AIRO. So until it turns into a downward trend, we are only looking for buys on Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, follow the trend.
All my losers are sells in Bitcoin, guys. So but anyway, not to put any bias there, but I'm not taking
No,
any shorts in any cryptocurrencies in the next little bit.
actually, over the weekend, Matt, it was beautiful.
It was a rinse,
Mm,
eh? It was good.
Yeah, the sales were fantastic.
Good
mm.
then.
Yeah,
Well,
I was waiting till it got to the low low. Get that buy-in. But
oh,
you're
my
absolutely right.
computer
That's
is
where the
just
momentum is
US
screwed
30.
up.
Wait a minute, I just saw a US 30. I can't
on the
remember.
M5. Yeah,
I don't have no zone.
I know. Porque
I don't have no
no,
zone. I
porque
can't.
no.
Ugh, I'm mad. I want to, but I can't. I'm not.
Don't
No.
break the rules, Jackie.
I know.
Because
I
it's gonna
broke.
hurt you.
It's gonna hurt. I'm still mad about last week. I just can't do it, y'all. I just can't. No.
Hey, don't be bitter. It's all
Uh,
right.
NZD USD off of the M15. I see nothing. I see nothing. I don't have no arrow. So if you got an arrow, I'll tell you what. Zoom out. Are you following the trend? If it looks like it's a down, you got an arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's a downtrend. You got a down arrow. Count it to the zone. 20 pips. Go for it. Bag entry. I don't have a down arrow, and I don't have a bounce from a zone. So I
Right.
can't even take it if the arrow does appear. I'm getting jealous now. So I might be flipping, depending on if you guys are catching zones and I don't have zones, y'all need to tell me what broker y'all using, because I might need to switch. um, let's see here. Chris says Euro USD. Oh, the fib thing. But if you get a chance to draw a fib on one each, okay, cool. So Chris, hopefully I drew the fib on Aussie Swiss. Hopefully that helped you. Asking, I have a problem staying in trades. When do you decide to let go and also close it? Matt, what you think?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Repeat that again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. There was a question that's saying that someone says they have a problem staying in trades. I guess they stay in there too long.
Okay.
And they're asking, when do you decide to let go and close it?
Well, that's already decided before I enter the trade, guys. You need to know what you're trading before you get into the trade. You're not gonna. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right. So your trading strategy, I don't know, 1, bounce arrow go. All right. Don't sit in a trade longer than you actually need to. You have a specific take profit, take it. Right. Don't extend it to a 1-hour trade or whatnot. Or if you have a 1-hour trade, then just take the profit. Don't try to sit in and scavenge as much as you can out of that trade. You're just going to end up getting hurt. Now on the other side, The fun part of this is where you have your if you're brand new, just follow the read. Follow the rules and do exactly what Nate teaches in his videos. Okay, that's not gonna mess you up at all. That's gonna keep you pretty sane. I'm just trying to think of another way to explain what I'm trying to get to, but the mind's a little bit fuzzy right now.
It's okay.
If you ever have that before?
Yes.
So yeah, just trade your plan. Know what you're doing before you get into it. That's all. That's all that's got to be said.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't know what you're going to be doing as a take profit or stop loss, or you're going to go fly by the seat of your pants and put a trailing stop on a 1 hour trade, then that's fine, as long as you know that you've taken a volume of those demo trades where you've done exactly your money management system or handling the trade. Because there's countless ways that you can trade this, guys. You can take your 20 pips, take out 75% of your lot size, let 25% run for the rest. There's so many ways of money management, and that's why Nate kind of drills it down to 20 pips for strategy 1, 50 pips for the 1 hour. He's just simplifying it, but you can grow that and you can expound on that. There's just multiple ways. I mean, if someone really wants to get some major swings, okay, you can use the Hull moving average. Hull moving average is just very powerful. And you get something like 80, 70 some percent of the move before it flips from the origination. But you need to know that you're going to take some heat. You're going to take all those swings. You're going to be in the red and in the green, but then based on your entry, you could be significantly ahead of the pack. Let me see if I can. I don't know if this. Let's not do that. I don't want to show the Hull moving average because maybe people will try to use it and not have a volume of demo trades.
Makes sense. I can understand. I just got that NAS M5. NAS is on an uptrend on the M5. No go. That's a counter trend trade. Plus, it's the second one. AIRO. Plus, it's forming the low of the day. No.
Yeah, that's trouble. You can even see it from the structure. If you put in if you put a Fibbo on that can be problematic.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. Like right from here to here, honestly. It's going to be coming down to here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So
Come on down and touch that support. That's what we want. Touch the support.
Then you can take your buy once you get the green, and then you go. But here, this right here, this setup right here is where I've taken most of my losses. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to hit the bottom. You're trying to catch the bottom. Don't try and catch the bottom. Wait for AIRO to indicate that, hey, this could be the bottom. This could be the end of the run. You see where your RSI is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not the bottom. You see, go over to the left more.
Mm-hmm.
You see how RSI? No, you're fine. In your RSI, right there. Go to the right more.
You need me go to the right more, like right here?
More.
Or left. Let me open it up. Okay. Let me move over.
Kind of in the middle.
Right here? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, all right. So
right
you got bottom. See, there's divergence between your RSI and your price. Okay, that means potential breakout.
Yep.
So, but go over where we are now.
Yep, going back over here. Gotcha.
Yeah, all right. Slide her over. Now you don't have divergence, guys. Your price and your RSI are going in the same direction.
Nice. I need to learn more about divergence too. See, I am always a student. I may be successful in my trading, but I have learned so much in just this entire community, especially from Matt. By the way, you guys, Matt taught me how to do wedges, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. I'm going to say that every time, Matt. Every time.
Appreciate you.
Every time. Matt started doing Zoom calls on the fly, and Matt showed Hull moving average. Didn't even know what that was. Learn so much when you're a part of the community and you're open to learning. You're open to be coached. You're open to new opportunities. Mo's peekaboo technique. As long as I am open to learn that, it's only going to enhance my trading. And it does. Matt teaching wedges and wedge breakouts. It only enhances your trading. It's another tool to the arsenal to set fire to these markets. you know, I love it. You guys are
Here,
awesome.
I'll
You want to share your
let
screen?
me just throw it on there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You want me to share? You want to share your screen? I'll stop sharing.
Yeah. Give me
Yeah.
30 seconds. I just want to clean up my. No, you're fine.
Okay.
I just want to clean up my chart so that it's not all
Okay.
messy and gonna
Just
blow
tell me
someone's
when,
mind.
and I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put the whole moving average on NAS 100, and I'm gonna show you where it flips. And this is not something that you want to be kind of out of the gate saying, "Oh yeah, let's do that." You're gonna want to take a volume of these trades before you mess around with it. But the whole moving average is something that has been pretty game changing. If you want the longer runs, if you're looking for a swing trade, that's what you're gonna want to use.
Cool. You let me know when you're ready, and I'll stop.
Yeah,
I'm just going to bring up. Somebody asked about AUD USD. It was taken off of the M15 from the Hawkeye session, and he says now it's sitting over there. Well, I'm going to bring up AUD USD, but I got to tell you, I already said how I felt about these AUD pairs.
Oh, Aussie pairs, man.
I already made my comment, so that doesn't surprise me with what you're saying about AUD USD. So let me go on over here, and I'm gonna switch it with NZD USD and just put that on. See, I have all these things here because I'm in these calls with you guys, but on my regular chart, I got less than 10. Less than 10. Why is AUD USD taking its time? Okay, boom, there we go. M15, AUD USD. So you guys took the buy during the Hawkeye session? Is that what I'm hearing? I would assume so, yeah, because it is a support.
Yeah,
okay.
I wasn't on there, but I'm saying like you still got a higher low. So you're bouncing off the zone. You got a little bit of heat. There's a reason that there's a 40 pip stop loss.
Right.
Okay. There's a reason.
Yeah.
You could have exited with 20 pips if your entry was on point.
Like, and this is, I'm assuming it's the second AIRO.
Well, I would assume so because the other AIRO is too far back.
Wait, got you. Wait, right here. Oh, like early London session. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been right here. Got you.
Yeah.
So, like right here. You would have got out close,
No, okay, 15. My eyes are off. So
no, you're good though. That's close. 10 pip and dip. 10 pip and dip.
All right, let me see if I can find that one there.
Okay, you just let me know. So that's how we feel about Aussie USD, everybody. Somebody says define divergence. That might be a long discussion.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You know what? Go into your I'm gonna assume, okay, that in the Auvoria Prime advanced section of education for the academy, there's going to be a section about divergence. Basically, in a nutshell, what the whole deal around divergence is, it's the opposite of what price is doing. So if you like, just take it like that. And whatever time frame you're measuring divergence on, you need to trade that time frame. So you're not going to trade divergence on the 1 hour. You're not going to, see divergence on the 1 hour and trade it on the 5 minute. You're going to see divergence on the 15 minute and trade the 15 minute. You're not going to start messing around with time frames.
Yep. Nice, Matt. Thank you. Now, you know what I'm going to do after you said that? If I look back there in the back office and let's say I don't see it all the way, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to go ahead and Google
look
it.
At that, eh? Oh, wow. Google.
Baby Pips. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go check
Come
babypips.com.
on. There's so many resources out there, guys, and there comes a point where you just have to be a student of resources and knowing how to reach out to things. All right, so I got my my whole moving average on.
I'm gonna stop sharing and I'll let you share it.
All right, and I'm only going to talk about this really briefly just so you can see what it is. All right, I'm on TradingView because I don't have it on whatnot, MT4. Okay, so say for example you got, here's your bottom. So say you had an arrow here. Okay, this is a 1 hour NAS. All right, say, because we know that AIRO likes to hit the consolidation zones and take the breakouts, right? So say we had an arrow here. Maybe we don't, maybe we do. If you followed the whole moving average, which is that green moving average right here, it flips red here, which means you exit here. So say you had a really bad fill, okay? And you went till it flipped and you got out here. So that's $291. $291 move on NASDAQ.
I was on mute. I'm so sorry. I was talking and I was on mute. Wow.
No, you're fine.
Wow.
So,
nice.
So say you had an arrow and then say you had a flip over here. So this is why I like TradingView, guys. You add an alert on your moving average where it flips and you send a ping to your phone. If you're on the 1 hour chart, you say, hey, let's go see what the whole moving average is. And just so you're not thinking this is random, here again. So you're in a consolidation zone. It flips. Say you get an arrow. Okay. Now you get the whole flip. So now we're down here. That's $136. You get it? Here's the red. So you get an arrow. Now, and I'm doing this from the 1 hour chart. So if you have red and say you even get here and then your flip, that's still a $35 move in consolidation. And you can use this in conjunction with your arrow. Look, here's your flip. Say this is where the arrow may appear, and then you take it down to where it flips. So I just wanted to show you that you can use different ways of managing your trade. And this all came from someone asking the question, how long to stay in your trade? That is a wide open question. Why? Let me change time frames. If I change time frames, here's my flip, right? Here's my flip. Well, I'm still in the trade here. And this is on 4 hours. Guess what, guys? It works on all currencies, all pairs, right? So it doesn't matter what you're doing. Of course, the lower your time frame, the less lag you're going to have in the flip. So here's your start of it, and then your flips over here on the 30-minute GBP AUD. It also kind of, oh, here was a cool wedge we took. That was a pretty cool trade where it broke out of the wedge. It came back in and tagged it. And then she almost went to take profit. And we did this one last week sometime. I didn't take the whole move, but so here's what's interesting. You can have your wedge. You can extend the lines out and you can still have some kind of compliance in the future. So we're just doing this while we're waiting for some more alerts, right? So here.
Oh, we just got an alert, Matt.
You did?
Yeah, they said on M5 on the gold. That's what somebody just said.
Good. All right. Well, let's go check some gold, guys. Let's go check some gold.
Oh, never mind. Can't take it. Up arrow.
Can't take that one either?
It's an uptrend. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. My bad. It is a downtrend.
Hold on. You share for a sec.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. Let me get on there. My bad.
All right. And we got one more question here around how long did it take me to learn wedges? Well, it's just the volume of wedges. Some of the guys we traded late into the night last week or the week before, and it was subconsciously drawing wedges. We were so punch drunk tired that we couldn't even formulate words, but I was still able to draw wedges because it was automatic, because I've done a couple thousand of them at this point. So if you want to know how long it takes, it's how long are you going to put in? What time frame are you going to compress? Like Jackie went out when we were doing the AIRO calls and made me take a step back, and I knew she was serious because I had told her. She's like, "How do I learn wedges?" I'm like, "Go draw 1,000 of them. Go." And then I didn't think she was really going to do it, because people say they want to learn and then they don't put in the work. The next week, she sends me screenshots. She talks to me. She's like, "Hey, Matt, check this out." Guess what I did? I did 500 over the weekend. And I did another 500 there. I'm like, guys, like, she's serious. She's not playing games. And now she knows how to draw wedges. And she understands what happens when there is a wedge. Not all the wedges are going to work out.
Exactly. Thank you, Matt, for that.
Yeah, no, it's powerful.
I appreciate that.
John Leonard. John, man, you made me laugh. He said you were slurring your words and you still drew 20 wedges in 30 seconds. And we were just firing off stuff. We couldn't even talk straight, but the wedges were coming, right?
Right.
Reality, right? How bad do you want this?
Yeah.
Like, you gonna sit on your butt and take 20 trades in a week? Or are you gonna put in the work and take 50 of these in that same time frame? The one who's gonna have the shorten the learning curve is the one that puts in the most work and the most proper work. It's one thing to just say you're on the charts and you're doing stuff, and I've been guilty of that myself, where, oh yeah, I've got my charts open and whatever, but I'm not really doing what I should be doing to the best of my ability. Not proper practice, like perfect practice is what you want to do.
Nice. Hey,
Yeah.
Jackie, did you zoom out? Did you zoom out on that M5, babe?
Yeah, I did. It is a downtrend, but I went down to the M1. It was too close to the zone, but then it looked like it broke the zone on the M1. So now I'm just gonna see if we can jump in on a candlestick formation. That's what I'm jumping. But it is downtrend on the M5. So it's a second arrow on the M5. That's why the bounce thing didn't matter. But I went down to the M1. There was a support zone that it was so close to. So I didn't jump in right now, but it cleared that zone. And so off of the M1. So now what I'm looking for is, and it's in this resistance zone now. So now what I'm looking for is for it to come back down again. So I kind of want to stay on the M5 and look at this.
Girl, it has been bouncing all around today.
I know. And this is what I mean about, just look at this. This is when you're going down. I saw this. Let's see if this candle is really 20 pips, right? 20 pips, 50 pips, actually. All right. If I look at this candle, it's 16 pips, almost 20 pips. But, depending on spread, you might have depending on spread, you might have hit take profit of 20 pips or not. If not, which on my luck, it probably wouldn't have been, I would be now losing because of this candle and taking it over now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yes. And honestly, I believe if y'all have been on Nate's, I'm not sure on Nate's calls, I believe on gold, he's going for 50 pips, honestly. I don't think he's just going for 20, but I could be wrong. But regardless, if I would have jumped in this thing, it did not hit 25 pips or 50 pips was what I would normally look for on gold. I would be losing right now, and I would be mad with y'all.
Look at that
Right.
thing.
And that's one of the things, like that second arrow. Getting back to that second arrow, everybody asks, what about the second arrow? Do we treat it as the same way? Absolutely not. Because you can
Hmm.
clearly see,
Yeah.
depending on, like, again, money management, folks, risk management.
Right. Honestly,
But
honestly. Oh, sorry, Mo. Go
this is
ahead, darling. I'm
crazy.
a mute.
No. It's just crazy because this is exactly what I see every single time. You go and you get that second arrow, and you're like, yes, it's going down, and you're like, nope. It's like psych.
Yeah,
So
total
could it
psych.
actually go down? Absolutely, but no, wait for it. That's why we
Not
got the music.
exactly. We're not gambling here. We traders.
No,
No.
no. And you know why it's the first bounce, the first arrow that you want is the one that you want to be really focusing on. Is because anytime you have like a moving average cross or anything, you're always gonna want the first one. The second one's always gonna be weaker because that's in an area of consolidation now.
Yep. But I am peeping this though. That Arrow MA about to
Yeah,
touch
yeah,
this
yeah,
200 EMA. Now
yeah,
that's gonna be nice and saucy.
yeah. That's true, especially on gold, right? Because it's gonna move very, very fast. But
Yes.
understand, guys, you're in consolidation here, right? This is not the impulsive side of the move. This is the correction side of that full move up.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to set your expectations accordingly.
Yep. Preach it, Matt. There you
Well,
go.
it's just
And
about
this is
price
not
structure,
really
right?
consolidation. This is more of the market not knowing what the heck it wants to do at this point.
Well,
It's like, do I want to go up? Do I want to go down? I don't know. You tell me.
Look at
let me
that.
go see. Let me go see gold on my charts here.
I'm gonna
Oh
draw the
man.
fib on this thing too, actually.
Hmm.
Let me do this. This is a nice move. Ooh, it's around that 62. That thing going back up, y'all. Oh, and we're on a downtrend on this M5.
Yeah.
Things coming back up. Probably come back up, shoot back up, give us an up arrow, touch this resistance, and then come back down again. Bitcoin for the sell. We're on an uptrend on Bitcoin. We're on an uptrend. If I remember correctly, let me go back to it. Somebody mentioned Aussie Cat. I'm not forgetting about you, Gloria. I saw you. We're on an uptrend. Oh, you did not touch the zone. This is not a bank induction. No. It did not touch it. I'm mad because it should have. I'm like, come on, a
Right.
couple of pips.
Right.
You would have hit it. But no, not a bank induction. No,
But if you
not a
look all
valid
the way
trade.
to the left of your screen, how do we,
Right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Look at that, baby.
Rose
That's
that to
nice.
the moon.
Oh, okay. So since we're talking about bank induction, thank you, Mo, for that.
I got
Since
you.
we're talking about bank induction, all right. So this is the sauce that I just learned. Okay.
Go ahead.
So
I'm
hopefully,
listening. I'm all ears.
so you want to know why I was getting mad and why my bank inductions were not flowing the way they should? Is because I missed the fractal as the entry, not necessarily the next candle. It's the fractal that's formed, the
Be
confirmation of
quiet.
it, then candles go. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Bobby mentioned it and I said, oh, because this is Bobby's strategy.
Right.
I was like, okay, so hopefully Nate don't come for me like I'm giving up all the sauce or anything like that. But hey, you know what?
he's gonna come for you.
Hey, the strategy team, we've been waiting, bruh. We've been waiting, and those of us that got AIRO, we've been waiting. And those of us that don't have AIRO, they now gonna get AIRO because they want it.
right.
Doesn't get much better than that. Look at your entry on the fractal instead of the arrow. So you got you're limited drawdown, number one.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. But
Right here,
you're
you
also getting a better entry.
Yes.
And your entry is gonna cause you to have more pips. Like what's that, 20% more?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I said it to him. I said, I can't believe that's what I was missing on my bank inductions. So now, literally, one of the only strategies I'm probably going to use, But here we go. This is a bank induction, and this is what Bobby calls it. I don't know if that's, what it is, whatever, but he explains it way better, and Nate's video is going to be way better. All right. Counter trend arrow going into a zone. So we're on an uptrend. This is a down arrow going into the zone. I was thinking I need to get on the very next candle going in the direction that we're going, which will be a buy. If I did, I would be in all this drawdown. It still goes in my favor, but I can avoid the drawdown. Why? Because I need to get in off of the fractal. Fractal low, fractal high. There is a indicator that Mo showed that it's on insert indicators and Bill Williams fractals. Okay, you put that on there. All right, it's going to show you fractal formations. All right, so this is it. Bank induction. Here's the next candle. Here's the fractal.
There you go.
Right, here's the fractal because my little gray arrow's right here. Then the fractal is confirmed. This arrow will not appear until this candle closes, because fractals must be confirmed by the third candle. 1, 2, 3. Once this candle closes, confirming this is a fractal, your entry is here. Go.
You guys taking notes?
Oh my gosh, y'all.
Aye, Captain.
I said,
all right, good, because you better be. Because right now, what Jackie just dropped, and I'm not exaggerating, is years worth of knowledge. Years worth of knowledge and experience.
Man, game changer, y'all.
Oh, the students are in the house. Lydia. Oh my goodness. Gloria, Carlos. Love y'all. Yes.
Fractals, you guys. And then I again, you guys know how I feel about indicators on my charts, right? So I actually don't have it on there because I taught myself to view them just by looking. You know, and I'm not throwing no shade on the indicators. That's just my personal preference on charts, because I like to see more planar charts. I know you're like, well, she got fibs and stuff on there. It's for a reason. I'm not staring at my charts all day and then I take it off. But you see fractals all over the place. But fractals combined with the arrow strategy, come on, y'all. And this is Bobby Will from Pipology. Shout out Pipology. Bobby created this strategy, y'all. Now, I'm going to just throw this out here. Bobby got 2. He did strategy 6, the counter trend, and he did his bank induction.
Yeah.
But I'm going to just throw this out here. I did strategy 8 because I'm going to take credit. I'm going to shout that out. I did strategy 8. And Nate got another strategy of mine that he might drop. So I got 2 and Bobby got 2. I'm trying to go neck and neck with Bobby. But then I found out Jeremy Cash is getting ready to come out with one too. So, we trying to do this. But come on, y'all. The fractal low being formed and then take off of the M5. And wait, look how many candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles before the arrow alert appears. And then you could just take the arrow alert for whatever the 2,500 pips was that Nate said. Boom, this candle right here. All this is yours from this right here. Let's I'm not good with the measurement, but here's entry, right?
Is that current price there, Jackie? Is that like current? Yeah, okay. So that's like what time?
This was London session when it happened.
Okay.
That's 3:10 a.m. London session. Eastern time. And there you go. Boom. 77,901. So I'm assuming this is 7,000. Yeah, 7,790.1 pips. There you go. 7,000 pips.
You want to get into the 10K pip club? Well, just take one of these trades.
Facts. Straight facts.
Don't worry about what you're risking. Just do minimal.
Yeah, and then get used to it.
Start getting used to it.
Yep. And then you want to know what's going to be crucial for this, since I'm not up for these, right? And you're going to be like, well, I got to look at the chart and I got to watch this. Guess what? When the scanner drops, y'all, put the M5 on the scanner and then just wait for the alerts. And then just check the alert and see if it's a bank induction or not. If not, move on. If you're not comfortable with Bitcoin, I'm not even comfortable with Bitcoin, but I am now using this strategy.
Right. So guys, there's a lot of questions about fractals. Go Google it. And I'm being totally honest, because Jackie said, Matt, what? I'm just starting to use these fractals. I'm like, the heck is a fractal? I didn't ask Jackie what that is. I went into Google and I started looking, and it took me all of 2 minutes to understand what a fractal was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, okay, now I see them everywhere.
If I can find a link for you, I will find it, but I can't remember, honestly, you guys.
Oh,
but
it's all over. It's
yeah.
like just go Google it. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's
super
okay.
simple.
Hey, can I interject real quick? Because
Yeah, go for it.
someone asked for the indicator where to find it again. So, yeah, thank you, Peyton. I was just about to. I love you.
Oh, nice.
So it's also, you can also find it under your navigator pane, window pane. So under the folders of indicators, and then there's the Billy Williams folder. So there's a whole bunch of ways that you can navigate this MT4 software. So I just want to make sure we're getting all these questions answered. That's
Cool.
all. And guys, so I'm of the mindset, and Jackie, I love that we have different trading styles. I'm of the mindset I still love my fractals on my chart, no matter if I can view them or not. Why? Because of the simple fact that, you know, I do scalp on the M5 and M1, and sometimes those fractals happen within a very, very short period, you know, like a short candle, and you can't even tell that it even happened, you know, because it's ranging right before it breaks out. And so it's nice to see fractals on my chart. So, you know, don't think you have to be all ninja like and, you know, not have to have your fractals. Even I use them on my charts. I just wanted to throw that out there to anybody. That's my question too. Gloria, what are you talking about on the M5, babe? I don't, you didn't finish. Yeah. Oh, bank inductions. Do they work on M15 and M5? They work on all your charts, like M1 through D1 through, you know, the monthly. It really doesn't matter, guys. It's just about the AIRO. Sorry, guys. You guys can go ahead. I just wanted to make sure that we were getting these questions answered.
No, it's great. I'm going through the questions as well. I got a couple.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Because I'm
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the chat. You can take over the Q&A. I'm in the chat.
Yeah, you do that. I'm going through. I'm cleaning up the Q&A there. We had questions about how to get the whole moving average. Go find one. Mine is locked to my profile in TradingView. Unfortunately, I can't share it because it's a part of a package that I purchased. But there's multiple of them, and if you want the length that you would be using, 21 is the ideal for that one in specific. Question around options trading and when is that coming out? And do you guys know anything about it? Well,
what type of options are you talking about?
that was my next question. Are you talking about Forex options or are you talking about stock options? Because there is stuff coming down the pipeline.
Hey, Looney, is that better, babe? Sorry.
Oh, that's way better.
Oh,
is it?
Oh my.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Hello to the world.
Love Moni. CB's on the call, you guys.
Oh my goodness.
You want to bring
him
CB
on
up?
board.
Well, of course, man.
You know what? Are you guys able to switch your screen to AIRO? Do you mind if I stop sharing? I just got to go take care of my grandson real quick.
Yeah. Go handle that. Give me a sec. I'm going to go find out where my proper AIRO chart is here.
Okay. I'll wait for you. I'll still share, and then you tell me when you're ready, and then I'll stop.
Give me a sec here.
No problem. He's like staring at me, and
He's
like,
gonna.
I'm called Yaya to my grandchildren, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so cute. Did you guys get that off of Sandlot?
We just watched The Sandlot over the weekend. Actually, that is movie.
That is my movie forever.
Oh, Marquita said pocket options. You know what? We're testing it, Marquita. We're testing pocket options.
Yeah, there's some interesting things with pocket options.
Yeah, definitely testing pocket options, but everything will be incorporated with AIRO. Actually testing pocket options in Nadex. I trade on Nadex, so but we will definitely come with you guys soon. And Alan's asking about options, stock and index options, binary, which ones are both? Okay, so options are Nate keeps dropping binary options and stock options. Actually, if you guys caught the call last week, Nate showed y'all him taking stock option trading with AIRO on Thinkorswim.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So the stock options is coming this year. He freaked everybody out when he said next year. And he meant this year. He was talking because he first thought of it in December. So stock options are coming later this year. He just has to get the work done, but he has a couple of things first that he has to take care of. Binary options is being actively tested now. So those will be coming later this year as well. Again, but he has other things he's working on. First of all, he needs to come out with strategy 10 for everybody, so we stop talking about it and everybody can watch the video. Second, we got to come out with the scanner. Okay, we need the scanner first before we get to these options. And then third, we need the EA. All right, we want the AIRO EA. Okay, but options is coming, you guys, for both. Cool.
Just a sec. I'm trying to get my remote desktop open. I have too many accounts.
I know how you feel. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
So I've got one in an incognito tab, and I have another one in the what the heck do you call it there? Remote desktop, and I got one. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right, you
This
ready?
should work. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this should work.
I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I will be back.
Let me see here. Let me know if you see my screen properly. Right here. And then we'll bring this over here. Cool.
All right. We see you.
Cool. Let's pop this open. It's been working pretty good, actually. Not going to jinx it. It's been working pretty good. Euro AUD 1 hour. What do we got here? I got an alert here. Pound yen for a buy. Interesting. What do we got? Let's zoom her out. Well, you got equal zones. I'm not taking it. You're too close to the zone anyway. You got Euro AUD. You said H1. Oh, you got to sell H1.
Yeah, but there's no zone, guys.
Yeah, you got nothing
above that.
This is the second
and
arrow,
second
right?
arrow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So remember, guys. All right. So let's go do this real quick. Euro AUD, and I'm not going to apologize. Euro AUD because it's a Canadian thing to apologize so much. I'm using TradingView. I don't like MetaTrader 4. Okay, I'm going to clean this up a little bit because it's going to drive people nuts, but I draw a lot of lines on my charts. Here, Euro AUD, 1 hour. Why you would consider not taking this trade. Or
simple. It's
why?
not a bounce arrow go.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the really simple answer. Okay.
If it was that first arrow, guys, that's a little bit different, and then we would have to just make sure that we're in trend direction. But
here, check this out. As it comes all the way down and retraces, you're getting a 61.8 bounce. So you are not going to consider taking anything short from here. This is such a low probability trade that it's unreal. But I kind of saw this a little bit subconsciously just because After you draw enough of these, you can point 60% on your chart, right? You know this is 60% of this whole move. So this was not surprising. Strategy 9 NU, that was a long time ago. Euro AUD. I want to make sure that was the right one. Yeah. No zone before the arrow. This is a good question. And I'm not sure if I have the proper answer, and I might have to get back to you guys. Does the zone bounce have to be in the trading zone, or can you take a previous day zone bounce? It has to be the most recent bounce, right? You don't want to be...
I think what they're referring to is, Matt, when you look on that chart here, that bag entry, if this is a downtrend,
yeah,
only happened on the first arrow, right?
Right.
So,
not here.
Yeah, and guys, remember, you have to remember we're in a higher time frame. So yes, can the zone pop up the day before? Absolutely. Can it pop up the day before? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's an easy answer. Does the zone bounce have to be in trading zone? No.
No,
That's number
exactly.
one. Because when you're in a higher time frame, guys, and this is something that Nathan goes over in his trading videos, so please watch them. They're only like 10 minutes long, but literally he talks about the fact that if you're in a higher time frame, that you can actually trade outside the money zone. I think that's what she's trying to get to, Pia. To answer your question, if you're trading on higher time frames, it's not going to always happen inside the money zone. It might happen outside the money zone. So great question.
Yeah, most of the time it won't. Like if you're trading 1 hour, you're going to be trading outside of the money zone, and that's kind of the advantage of taking the higher time frame. It's a lot more lifestyle friendly. Right? You work a job, you work multiple things, you got kids to take care of, then you can just take the alerts on the 1 hour and just let it go. Do your analysis and let it do what it's going to do. You see, you got your zone, your bounce, your arrow. Here, your bounce, your arrow. Here, no bounce. This is why you don't want to be taking those trades with no bounces.
Yeah.
Right? Here's no bounce. You don't want this trade. This is fine, right? Bounce, arrow. You're going to get some heat because this is in the consolidation zone. There's a wedge here, actually. Nice little wedge. So, very interesting, actually, because you got a very strong trend line. I'm going to show you on TradingView just because I don't like... I'll stop saying I don't like MetaTrader 4. I only execute my trades on MetaTrader 4. So, but we'll clean this up. Watch this. So you've got a trend line here. Okay. So now you got to really, this is pretty good. So we'll see what happens. Check this out. Once you have a really strong trend line, you can actually start drawing wedges from that trend line. Okay. You want to know what's fun about this is most of the time it's going to hit your target. So you go from here to there. That's another target. So from this hourly Euro AUD, you see there's a structure here. So it's not a surprise that this is going to go up. Do you think it's going to slice through this? It potentially could. If it does, there might be a trade opportunity here if we get an AIRO confirmation that this is where we want to go.
Right. Matt, when you get a chance, my love, can you look at UJ?
Oh, absolutely.
On the M15, Salazar was talking about a bounce off the 200 for a potential buy.
Yes, ma'am. UJ.
I'm trying to get a trade in, folks.
Yeah. UJ, got to, yeah, okay. On the 15?
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, well, the only...
I would say no.
Listen, guys, the only trade you're going to get here is you're only doing buys. You're not going counter trend here. It could work out, but it's still lower probability. You don't want to be in that crap.
Right. So
Because
there's a possible what he was saying is there is a possible bounce and we might get an up arrow. That's true.
oh yeah,
That's
okay.
nice.
I get
Mhm.
that. That would be valid. That could work. I just automatically saw the arrow, right? I saw the arrow down.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if we go to UJ, UJ is a fun pair. Doesn't move quite as fast as some of the other currency pairs. Still has quite a bit of volatility to it. Oh, this likes to consolidate quite a bit. Like you see these wicks. These wicks. Here, we're gonna go over something real quick. You see how big these wicks are compared to the candle bodies? This makes me hesitant to trade this currency pair at this time because that's such a big wick. There's a lot of really big wicks. One big wick is okay. Like one big scouter wick, like here and there, that's fine. But when you have wicks out of both ends, and then it's just this could be a mess from my perspective. So we're just gonna go see if we have anything we can mess around with. I like trend lines.
I like trend lines too.
I draw trend
Hey.
lines on everything. So people make fun of me because I like trend lines. They're like, "Oh, it's so simple." I'm like, "Well, I like things simple. I'm not a complicated person." Not the most intellectual individual. I just like simple trading. That's why I love AIRO. Here's a price channel. So you might have like breaks out of that channel, might be interesting. Anyway, what else do we got? That's a good rejection. 15. Yeah, we might get a. Oh, how far back, Sandy? that's the $1 million question. I'll go as far back as I can get a valid hit. You know, like for example, it doesn't matter to me how far back I go. Usually I go from bottom, right? I start from a bottom, and then I'll look to the left, which is really cool, and then I'll connect it here. And then I got a little something, right? How far back can I go? Well, I'll go as far back as it's still valid. Right here. That's still fine. Not great, but you got to bounce. You got to bounce, a bounce, a bounce, a bounce. So here's what's fun. This is like my video games. I don't play much anymore. I just trade. There's a little wedge. Here you might have a little something forming. This trend line here is a powerful trend line. This is going to carry some weight into the future, so who knows what it's going to do. But you see, I'll go back as far as the trend line's still valid. But that's up to a person. After you draw quite a few of them, then you'll get to what's comfortable for you. And then just connect the dots.
I'm so mad, you guys. I just realized I missed the gold trade.
You missed the gold trade. Where was that?
It was while I was gone, apparently. That sucker made
Who
that
said
huge...
that?
No, I just looked. I got an
Oh,
alert.
you did. No one called it out. We got 120 people here. Where's everyone?
They were absorbed with what you were teaching them.
Wow.
That's good.
Well, it's good, but
Yeah,
we
but
missed
I
the
didn't
trade.
get an alert, so I'm trying to figure out.
It was off the M5, and I literally just got, because I got the second AIRO alert now off of the M5, and I said, oh, okay, well, it's a second. Wait a minute, it's a second. I was like, we were waiting for this up arrow. And if you guys look at the M5, And I'm just gonna say really quick, there's a bank induction on gold. That down arrow that we didn't want to take,
Oh, on that gold? Here,
yep,
hold on. Let's go.
turned
Let's
into
go
a bank
visually
induction
see that. Visually see that on the 15 or
on the
5?
M5. Yep.
On the 5.
Turn.
XAU. Where are you at?
See, that's why I said not taking the trade as a sell. It turned into
Oh,
a bank.
XAG silver. What the heck am I doing with silver on
What
there?
are you doing with silver there, buddy?
I don't know. I don't trade
But
that.
I mean, you know what? Honestly, I'm sorry, I misspoke. It can't be a bank induction because technically it was going down and it was a downtrend on the M5. So it technically can't be considered a bank induction. However, I might have to test this and wonder if every single time an arrow goes into a zone and a fractal is formed, does it move us 20 pips? That is what I'm going to test.
Oh boy.
But you see what I'm talking about? Oh, you're getting in there. It
Yeah,
was
I'm
on the
getting in
M5.
there. I'm getting in there.
Ooh, look at all those pairs you got.
Yeah. Yeah. I like keeping myself busy. If I'm gonna trade, I'm gonna trade. I'm not gonna sit there with like 4 currency pairs. It's not the way I operate. I can trade multiple currency pairs. It's fine because you're doing very similar things.
Right.
You're not trading a whole bunch of different strategies. So your down arrow, oh yeah, okay. You're up. That's your second arrow up. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. So, but you know how it's technically it's a downtrend on the M5.
Yeah, exactly. But your most recent trend is a very strong uptrend, right? And
Yeah.
that could be like a 60% pullback of one of the time frames. I'm not sure if it's 60% of here or if it's 60% of here. But this is 38.2 of this.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys get that?
Bank induction on Bitcoin. Someone called out Trey. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's go check that out. Bitcoin.
Oh, snap.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a trade in, y'all.
Look, I'm right there with you.
We gotta make some.
I'm trying to get a trade too.
All right.
Oh man.
Oh, so, well, look, it went down and up. Okay, and Bitcoin's on the uptrend.
Yep. Oh, we got lots of alerts now. Let me see what's going on here.
Look at that. It's 11:30.
You're on the hour, baby. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. I fixed you up. I fixed this up. All right. So we're down in bank induction.
Do we have the fractal? That's all I care about.
Oh, okay. Well, let's. I didn't master how to identify it. I still got to use the.
Dude, I mastered how to use the fractals, and I still use my fractals on my
chart. Oh, okay.
Sometimes you can't even see them. Like,
yeah.
I'm like,
well, sometimes fractals are actually fractal. Like, literally, they'll show up on a lower time frame. Like your 5-minute fractal might be in 1 minute.
Yeah. I just went down to the M1 off of that.
What'd you do? M1. Let me.
And it's like it's ranging. That's a
This is not cool, especially for Bitcoin, guys. You don't. Not on Bitcoin.
No.
This is a lot of pips to be in slush.
Yeah.
Right. That's tight.
That's real tight.
There's not enough direction.
Wait for that sucker to come on out. Look at all those people yelling at. Okay, there's trades apparently.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
I like that.
Let's see what we
Euro
got.
GPP, 15-minute.
You want buy? There was another one too.
EG.
Yeah.
EG 15. Let's go see. EG.
Hey.
See if we get a setup here. I don't got it. I don't got EG on the 15. Must be my broker.
I'm gonna look at mine too. Then let's see. EG on the 15. I was on the H1. My bad. Nope, I ain't got it either. I think we got the same broker.
I think we do. Anyway, let's go check this out. What else? What was the other one?
I think somebody don't make sure you guys drop it in the Q&A and not in the chat. Okay. Oh, okay. Somebody said they got the AIRO and you're using CoinEx. That would be why. And you guys got buys. And they got buys. Okay.
All right.
Well, that thing is pulling back. So, but it is an uptrend.
Sorry, EG.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you guys, if you're gonna call out trades, throw it in the Q&A so
Yeah.
we can
So
catch them.
so we don't get it lost in the
Mm.
chat. We got a little box there. It shows up. It's really nice and pretty.
While you're looking at EG, I'm gonna look at GM real quick. See, somebody's called
Yeah,
that
someone
trade
said
out.
that, eh? GN.
Yuck.
Yeah, that. Where's it got? Well, we're getting into an area where you're gonna want to hold off on entering 15-minute trades, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get around the 12 o'clock time frame, that's the end of the vast majority of the greatest moves in the forex for until it gets to like 8 or 9 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening.
Yeah.
Does it like consolidates that entire zone? So it's fine to take 1 hour moves, but 15 you're gonna sit and slush. Let's go see what else. We got any other call outs or anything?
I don't see anything besides that GM one. Nope.
Okay.
Uh-oh, who's that? Oh, that was
Who's
me.
who?
My
That was
bad.
you?
That was me. That was Bitcoin on the M1. That was me looking at
Okay,
that
yeah.
when it was
Yeah,
going
I
ranging.
switched mine already.
Yeah, I need to
I
jump back
don't.
over there.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't keep it there. But I'm loving
Matt,
the
someone
1
actually
hours.
mentioned your wedge on H1 on Bitcoin. So
Oh?
that actually kind of looked nice. I'm like, I want to see if it breaks down to the downside.
On the H1 on Bitcoin?
And that's what they said.
What are they talking about here? Let me go see.
Oh, you're on the M5, darling. If you switch
Hold
over
on,
to
hold
H1.
I try to limit anything I do on. Okay. All right. So the only wedge you could draw here on the H1 is going to be here. So you could go back to here. And right on the wick is cool. Then I kind of line it up. Go into a lower time frame to try to get as much precision as possible. That's actually not that bad. I don't want to forecast anything, but who knows what's going to happen. We might get a little bounce. This might be a cool target. You see how it's respected this line so many times? And if you have, well, we'll see if it bounces here because it's bounced on this trend line a couple of times. But if it does break, it could go here. It could be a $1,000 move, whatever it is. Let's go see on the 15. Yeah. I don't want to put that there just in case people, it's not predicting where price is going. It's just reacting to where and setting up something that could go that far. Let's go see what AIRO has to say about this. AIRO is kind of like my compass, you know, it's going through that zone.
It's starting to sing Owl Nation Sail.
Yeah. Well, look, then you got that other zone.
Yeah, we actually have a support right there. It needs to break through a little bit further, guys.
48.
Oh my goodness. Let's go.
So there's a zone. Oh, that's a weak zone though. That's that other support zone here. From a price action perspective, this is kind of weak. I'm not worried about that. You can see a nice bounce. This is a big wick, but not overly. Let's see what's going on here, guys.
I think I might have broke your wedge.
Oh, it did. It broke the wedge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, the chat box is in the way.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll cause that.
Oh my goodness.
Tara is saying US 30 is wild and out on the 5. I'm
That
sorry,
thing
I don't know what
melted
that.
up. That melted out of the sky.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that meant.
That thing is gone. I don't even know.
Hey.
Dang, that thing is so gone. That thing just dropped through 2 zones, it looks like maybe. And Bitcoin's doing the same.
Okay. Yeah, that's the reason why I actually brought it up, because I was like, oh, that might be a good scalp. And then before you know it, he's like,
Are you already
okay,
in that? Did you see it break that and you took
it? No, so I was about
Okay.
to call it, but then you were like, I'm drawing a wedge. I'm all okay. I'm like, I think this is gonna break. I trade Bitcoin quite religiously on the weekend. So
Oh, all right. So this is like your adopted
it's my
baby.
new little puppy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I like when it does stuff.
Yeah, let's you like when it does stuff. Yeah. So there could be, it's gonna have some trouble here. You see those big wicks over here on the left? So we'll see what happens. You know what's cool about wedges? So, you know, we got this big fat wedge over here, but you also got this little one here, right? Just as we're watching this to see if it's gonna actually hit my target, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. All we do is we do setups, try to do set up the traps, you know, as best as we can. This is interesting. So now we're playing. See, look, someone asked me how far back I go with my trend lines. Well, we just if that works, then great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So if you want to know where the stick usually plays, we're usually from the middle of the wedge to the top. And that way, when it breaks out of the wedge, and now that same stick, you can actually use that down here.
I think US 30 and NAS might be following suit. Just
oh yeah?
Yeah, can we go take a look?
Yeah. Let's you guys are the indices queens.
Well, that's one of the things that I'm loving Bitcoin about, is like I can literally Bitcoin sometimes will move in the same way of indices. The indices move. So
that's a good observation. Did you guys hear that? Because her mic's a little bit low.
Oh no, I was just mumbling.
No, but what you said was actually a great observation, and people don't do enough observations.
Yeah,
she just said that indices and gold and Bitcoin move in the same direction.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes,
and I would probably almost say, just because they're linked to, you know, because it's BTC USD, right? So linked to the dollar. So 9 times out of 10, if I see my indices going down, I look for Bitcoin to go down too. So I will take the counter trend retracement trade to, and I'll draw my fib as well. But I'll be like, oh, okay, so this is moving this way and that's moving that way. Oh, let's try that. You know?
yeah.
So
someone else wants to share their screen.
Are you asking if someone wants to share their screen? Because my VPS is looped.
Really?
Sure.
Yep.
Again.
Yeah. We're going on week number 4. I think.
I don't even know if yours has ever worked.
Buddy, it has worked prior to jumping on these calls. and then after we get off these calls, I'm like, smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Dang it. I just missed it. Okay. I was trying to scalp US 30. Hold up. Sorry.
Yeah, it might go down a little bit further, just an FYI.
Yeah, there it goes. 16 pips, 8 pips. Hold on a second, y'all.
I'm trying to call these trades, folks. But I don't have
It's cool. I'm not calling no US 30 trade out for y'all.
Not
I'm just
yet.
not gonna do that.
Yeah, no.
Because y'all not gonna get mad at me.
That's the reason why that's the reason why I was trying to get Matt to like pull it up on his M5 so that I can see what's going on and then be able to call a trade if it's viable, right? So it already went down from the time I told you guys I was selling. It probably already went down. Ooh, 70.
Well, it'll probably go down some more, and then you know. But,
Jackie, you able to share your screen or?
Yeah, I am. Hold on. I was trying to focus on that, but.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
No, it's okay. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna jump out, and then I'll jump out in again later, because it's forming a fractal. And I don't want to be. I'm only going for 100 pips, and I'm dipping. As soon as this thing goes positive, well, let's shoot.
Jackie on that trade. Catch that.
Yeah, I'm just like, dang, I'm trying not for it to hit my stop loss, and it is, and it's like it's playing right now. See, it's about to do it.
What about on
here? I'll share my screen. There, y'all can see what I'm doing. All right.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Yep. Can we zoom out so I can take a look at the?
I'm about to jump out this trade and jump back in another point. That's what I mean.
Okay.
First of all, I'm on the M1 on this. Second of all, I did not want to. I already took 50 pips and dipped. I was trying to wait for it to come down here.
Yeah, you seen it.
Yes, I was trying.
And see, I love when that resistance zone pops up, because you're like,
see, no,
there's more strength to the downside right now on the M.
Yeah,
M1.
that's why I said I was not calling it straight, because I caught 50 pips and dip, and now I'm just lost. I was trying to pay attention to this. That's why I was like, no, forget it.
Yeah.
I'll just jump in later. Anyway, okay. I saw that drop though, but anyway.
Yeah, buddy.
Anyway,
yeah, when you guys trade indices like Jackie and I do, you're gonna be able to see it like, oh my gosh, okay, I can actually catch a quick scalp right now, and get on there and just hold. So
it makes it very challenging when you're on a call and you're trying to do a whole bunch of different things, because this whole scalping thing, like you got to be on point.
Yeah,
if your candle, if you jump in on the wrong candle, you could lose the trade.
Yeah. All right, back to this. Euro GBP. I'll just do that. Let's see what's up. Yeah, we're not dealing with that.
Hey, you know what? US 30, look for it to pull back real hard and then slam down.
Yeah, I see it. I'm right there with you.
Make a M.
Okay, hold on.
No, like you'll see it'll probably do like an M, like or a W, whatever. It's gonna come back up. It's gonna come back to the 200.
Yeah, and then come back. Look at that nice long wick. And so this is a fractal forming here.
Yeah.
Once this candle closes, which should within 5 minutes, then it will be a confirmed fractal low going up, signifying that it might just continue to go back up again, which it looks like that EMA is calling it. So, yeah, yes, I will wait for that, honestly. I was all up in this little wick, though, scalping.
I still like it. I still like it short, though, once it comes back up.
Yeah, especially when this AIRO MA crosses it over.
Right.
Game over, man. Game over.
Right, that's the setup I would be looking for. And that might pop up a zone there. That might generate a zone if it comes up there and it rejects off of a big wick.
Yes, that would be beautiful. Somebody says Nas on the H1 might get an arrow. You know what? It might. Let's look at Nas on the H1. I'm going to lead at US 30 on the M5. Nas numbers are moving fast, so that's interesting. Oh, look at that pink forming. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Didn't I call NASDAQ earlier, y'all? And said around noon or 12 o'clock that it was going to be coming down?
Yeah, that's a melting show here, guys. This is nice.
And look at that M. This one is not really anchored off of that resistance, but...
No, but you've...
looks like it's getting ready to break this. That's interesting. Give me that down arrow. Down arrow's a go. Bounce. This bounce, it counts.
Right.
That bounce counts. This, no. Yes, the only reason why this bounce, somebody asked about bounces earlier.
Yeah,
This
they did.
bounce counts only because I have no arrow alert interrupting me.
Bingo.
You know, that's why this bounce will count when this arrow alert appears, of which I will be jumping in on.
But that'll be short, right? That'll be
Yeah, short.
that'll be tight.
Yeah.
Because I think from an overall, like even the most recent trend, seems like
Yeah.
seems like that might just be a pullback. But
Oh, look, and this is boom. It is a pullback, yeah, because it was an uptrend and it was coming down and it started forming these
what's that?
resistance
38,
zones.
38 too.
Almost to the 38. Yep, almost there. Let it come on down and maybe hang in there till the 62, 61.8,
Maybe.
and then jump out or whatever. I'll just go for 100 pip and dip if I can. Pip and dip, baby. But I am following the trend of the time frame, so it can vary. But if you look at it, technically they're on an uptrend, the indices, and this thing pulled back like tremendously. And then it did this up again and got stopped out, formed a zone, and now it's coming back down again. So more resistance zones are forming. So because this H1 is on a downtrend, I'm following the trend of the time frame. I'm going to take the down arrow because of that. But keeping in mind, the indices are typically on an uptrend. So I could just be continuing to trace the pullback from this overall uptrend, and it might not be done yet. But that's what I'm doing. So thanks for the shout out on the NAS H1. Gillette. Has an RSI at my cell level.
Huh.
What happened? What'd you say, Matt?
No, I'm just looking at the NAS on the 15. I was just doing some wedge stuff while we were waiting.
Alan. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I was just saying. Alan was asking me about saying that NAS was at my fib level for. I mean, not my fib. RSI level for cell. Not yet. It's not.
Not yet. You're not touching that for a sell yet.
Not yet. It's not.
You're gonna want to sell at the top and buy at the bottom.
It's not.
You're not gonna
there
do the
yet.
other way around. Hey, cool. Check this out. So I don't. Here, I'm gonna stop sharing. Stop you from sharing.
Here, I'll stop it. There you go. Go for it.
I got it. All right, here. Check this out real quick. So I drew a trend line here. I said, all right, cool. Got a trend line, bounce, bounce, bounce. I got another trend line, bounce, bounce. And now I've got this trend line from here to there, and I created a wedge. I put a stick from here to there of this wedge, and then I put it at the breakout. So at the breakout, this is where price reversed and kind of had some trouble getting down there. Interesting to say the least that it went exactly there. And if we looked at the retracement level, here's the fun part, and there might be an opportunity here. From a Fibonacci perspective, you might want to be going from here to there, right? This is a deep retracement, 76.4 of this move. But if we go down to this swing, right? Because you can go down. Now you're at the 50% mark. Okay. So if you're following me, you got 50% and 76.4. And if we go down just a little bit further, what's this? You got a 38.2. Do you think that's just random that these three Fibo levels happen within a couple pips of each other?
Not at all.
Right. Now let's go down a little bit more. And then to the origination of the move. Okay, so nothing else. But yeah, there was a couple levels there. Hold on. I got my little guy I gotta take care of for a sec.
Sure.
Here, I'll let you share.
Cool beans. Love it. That's interesting. That music is so smooth. I just love it, by the way. So
Working
smooth.
while we work.
Yes. Oh, that's just me playing around on US 30 again. That's what I was doing. So, let is US 30 alert off of what, my dear Ann? Which one, darling? You said that 2 minutes ago, so I'm assuming you're on a higher time frame? Yeah. So, on a higher time frame. Bounce, arrow. We're already the move has happened. It's already pulled back, but it can go back down again. That's fine. I want it to go back down. So now that I see that there, that's okay. I don't necessarily trade US 30 off of the M15. I usually do it off of the M5 or the H1.
Yeah, I just did it on the 15 because I wanted to go back as far as I could from a candle perspective, so it didn't look too dirty.
Oh, did you want to continue your explanation on that?
No, I'm fine. I'm
Mm.
fine. I just wanted to show you that where it reversed, there was a confluence of Fibonacci's that kind of stopped price in its track. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't just a random spot where price decided to turn around. And
Mm-hmm.
this is what one of my mentors says, and he says, like, Fibonacci rules the charts. It always rules the charts. There's no randomosity in some of these moves. The price doesn't stop in dead air, right? It doesn't just randomly stop somewhere. There's something behind it, and subconsciously, Fibonacci is just there. We find, like, the most beautiful people in the world, per se, have kind of this Fibonacci relationship in some of their faces and the way their bodies are and all that. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff with the golden ratio. I don't want to go into all that, but it's just
Jackie, that was
subconsciously.
meant for you and us. Thank you so much, Matt, for that compliment.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love
But
it. We have 6 minutes left, you guys.
holy smokes.
Yeah, we went through today really, really fast. And sorry, there was like no trade setups during this session, but
And you know what? Maybe,
valid ones anyway.
well, yeah. Well, if there's no valid trade setups, then there's no valid trade setups.
Where's this at? Yeah, I
Like the
got
Yoda Nate says, let the trade come to you.
Right.
Let the trade
Yeah.
come to you.
Well, you do your setups and you check if it's good. If it's not good, then don't pull the trigger.
Yep.
You don't need to trade every day or force a trade, That's a part of desperation and plays against your head game.
Absolutely. So today's I'm gonna end mine with I'm looking for this NAS H1, following the trend of the time frame. Hop in, hop out. Want to shoot for my 100 pips and go about my business. Down, sell. That's what I'm looking for. H1 alert and US 30 and the rest of them. I'm looking for them to follow sometime later today, hopefully. If they can, but they have a strong uptrend, so I wouldn't be doing necessarily down arrows for them unless something else happens. But NASDAQ, again, told you little brother does what he want to do. Okay. Little brother does. Ooh, y'all see that support just pop up there? Literally just pop. Yep. Now it's even. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I was getting ready to say, oh, downtrend, I can go down. Nope. Support just
You don't
popped
want
up.
that.
So NASDAQ's the only one I'm looking for H1 down for right now, y'all. Anybody else with anything?
No, just stay plugged in, guys. There's so much more to come. There's a lot of exciting things on the docket. A lot of things that are in the woodwork. And I mean, even today, we didn't have that many challenges with the VPS. Things are looking up. Companies expanding. People are growing. Maybe you haven't had the success that you thought you were going to have with AIRO thus far. That's completely fine. Just don't drop AIRO because you haven't had the success yet. Put in the work. Come back to me after you've taken 100 demo trades with AIRO and then tell me it doesn't work.
There you go. Anything else you want to add, my dear Miss Mo?
No, AIRO works. It's the sauce, people. Like I said, if you have a plate of barbecue and no sauce, you have no barbecue.
There you go, darling. Oh, somebody asked about the fractals one last time. It's insert,
buddy.
indicators, Bill Williams, fractals. That's how you put them on your chart. Okay. All righty, you guys. I'm going to stop sharing. I just want to say, have a good day, everyone. We'll talk to you later. And hopefully you guys stay safe.